Okay, that was extremely bad. Yeah, you are so right, Mist. Please kill everybody at my incompetent shit ISP. Anyway, give me a second here. Obviously, you can see things went extremely bad right here. Unfortunately, things were so bad that the YouTube side of things restarted. Oh, the game even had to like stop right there. Okay, time for streamer scuff handling. Yes, we should be back. Hopefully nobody needs to refresh or something. Yeah, it was vodka mixed with crack mixed with alcohol or something. Oh, well, if that's already alcohol in itself. Sorry, I gotta take care of some things right now because the YouTube side of this, unfortunately, things stopped for long enough that it restarted the YouTube stream. Yes, thanks for telling everybody, Miss, that they should refresh. I need to adjust a few things on the YouTube side of things because it did a new stream and I need to like copy all the settings from the other stream and it's always a pain in the ass. Royal pain in the ass when it happens. So give me a second here. I got some streamer things to take care of. So 1 second. Thanks for your patience, Tajigen. In the meantime, let's log in back to F14. Yeah, because the last one we had earlier on the stream today was not this bad. Yeah, for those who don't know, my ISP turned into shit a couple of years ago. Used to be decent. Used to be acceptable. But I don't know what the hell happened to them. That they just turned into shit. They just turned into shit, pardon my French. But who knows what happened to them, and unfortunately there's not really a better option for me. Because that's what it is to be like, multidimensional, some junction, some nexus in the middle of multiple dimensions here. There's only so many things you can do to stream, right? It was really bad. I was trying to send messages, and I wasn't able to send any. Wow, because I'm doing it through Restream. When Restream does it again in YouTube, the way it starts the stream again is all kind of messy. I hate when the VOD is split like that. It looks ugly. Ugly. Give me a second. Give me a second here. I'm always exploring options. Like it's constant work I'm doing to like explore new options for internet and all that. Sadly, still nothing pops up, but I'm always on the lookout. Anyway, we'll continue what we were doing before we were so rudely interrupted. Oh, actually, you know what? This is a very good time for ads on Twitch. If anything, the timing was good right there. So let's run them for a moment here. Thanks for bearing with us with this nonsense stuff. Let's see here. Since I have to like copy the tags, put the game category again on YouTube and all that. Lots to take care of at the moment right there. But the sooner I take care of them, the better. Oh, look at that. I just saw they have Dawn Trail as a separate game category on YouTube. Interesting. Never saw that before. Let me see. At least it's easy enough to copy like the tags on the stream there, because there's an option to just copy all of them at once. And that's super helpful. Hey, oh, if anything, I'm getting used to doing this fast. Truly the mark of a professional right here. True professionalism, baby. We handle it somehow. What I would give the utopia that society would become if YouTube allowed you to merge two videos into one somehow. Have them be kept at the live category. Now that would be great. There should be way more video editing options that you can do. But yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again. Sadly, it's not up to me. I do apologize, even though it's not my fault. It's my garbage ISP. Give me a second. Then the thumbnail. Where is the thumbnail option? It's not giving me an option to change the thumbnail. Where's the thumbnail option? I don't see it. See, I did forget where some of these options are. Here's something I highly recommend you do. Well, if you need it in your life, but and I find that I do. Get yourself into a gaming system like Habitica or Finch, something like that. I always keep saying when this happens that, hey, I'm gonna get compensation for this in the form of all the gold and all the gems that I'm gonna receive in those games, because for every reconnection attempt that OBS did right there, and it was like 5 or 6, and in total it's been like 7 or so, I'm gonna get some very juicy rewards. I'm gonna get some good money from this. And that really helps with this thing, you know? Like, yeah. ISP needs to make a personal apology to Khaiden at this point. Yeah. See, the thing is, It's not entirely a joke. They really do owe me 1,000 apologies at this point. On the surface level, that sounds like an entitled sentence to say, but no, I'm justified in saying that. Or maybe, to be fair, it really is out of their poor control at this point, which maybe means they are incompetent after all, but we had a saga last year. It was a whole saga. We can call it a saga. It was a saga last year where after like so long of this happening, when it shouldn't have happened for so long, right? I'm not asking for anything extraordinary. I'm just asking for the standards they had before, right? We had a series of tech visits. Oh, sorry, and I was also speaking of that during the ad break on Twitch. Hopefully you didn't miss out on much talking about it. But yeah, we had a saga last year where like there were so many tech visits. The entirety of last year, the modem got changed like 6 or 7 times. And they tried to look at issue 1, issue 2, issue 3, issue 4, and a nightmare scenario that I never wish upon any streamer. A nightmare scenario that came true for me that I don't want anybody to go through. And hell, this could apply to things other than streaming. Like if you have a disease, something is wrong with your body and you look at a doctor. A nightmare scenario nobody ever wants to have is that the doctor looks at it, the tech looks at it, they can see something is wrong. They have looked at every avenue they can see. You can tell they're not incompetent at what they do either. And they tell you, the problem is, I couldn't find what the problem was. I'd rather have a nightmare that I'm being burnt in the fires of hell than go through that. I don't know. Because that's what happened with one of the techs. And ever since that, yeah. And then there were other tech visits after that. They changed some of the things. They changed this cable, that cable, and, well, sadly, still no solution was there. Not quite, anyway. Already, it is more stable than it used to be, but, like, these hiccups are still unforgivable. Internet Kun, therefore, is a drunkard. And last night, Internet Kun went hard on the vodka, the rum, mixed with Red Bull and cocaine in it. And so we are in this situation. Actually, wait, that would be way worse. Nah, that would be way worse. That would be if he was gone for like 30 minutes straight or something. That would be extreme. Anyway. You went to Ballism X for dinner? You're fine, Zephyr. That was if there was any time for that, it was that. It could be what your house apartment is made of. That doesn't explain why we had it be stable for years, though. It doesn't make any sense to me. We're still... Humanity, I think, is still in a certain era when it comes to this, even though it pretends like it's not, where this technology still has some mysticism to it. It could affect internet connection, but I don't know. I mean, it's all cables. Nothing is Wi-Fi through it. The modem itself is like in a cable. I don't have a Wi-Fi connection on my PC. This is Ethernet. So this is going to be the most stable it can be. Now, the way I talk about it, it sounds like this happens every 5 minutes or so, but I have had some weird issues outside of this, though. See, some weird unexplainable issues that I don't get either. It's also because I just don't get it. But outside of the stream, it's been terrible because anytime I try to watch a YouTube live stream, most of them buffer like crazy less than every 5 minutes. I know because I've calculated it. Because it's been that bad. But then when I watch a Twitch live stream, that never happens. I don't know why. But I don't know. I don't know what causes it. What bothers me the most, though, this may be an aesthetics thing, it's just the way the VOD looks on the YouTube side, the way it's split. But that's why we're multidimensional. Twitch has its pros and cons. YouTube has its pros and cons. Both of them have something the other doesn't have that is better than the other. And the other way around. When it comes to the dragon transformation that was different from Temperance, he was then partaking in dragon's blood, which was a conscious willing decision, and because the transformation is something they could trigger themselves with a primal influence. I know it was different. What I was saying, I don't know if the internet situation interrupted me saying this, but... no, I know it's different, but like, if the body didn't change that much, then it's still not a big deal if you return to it. Okay, some body horror, maybe. They're not regenerating willingly like I am. As I said... Some of you may not have come in this early part of the stream, but I am not always a Viera Bunny girl. This was a regeneration voted for you. A new vote is going to start soon as next week, actually. At the end of June, start of July, we said we would do it, so the next Fantasia regeneration is coming. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so They could get used to it depending on what the transformation is. So even those that look like they're a bit beyond saving, it may be worth saving them, right? We may still be able to pull something off. Oh, also, one more thing related to the stuff we just talked about. I'll need to put something in the description and maybe the pinned comment of the first VOD there. But alright. Oh, and one more thing I want to say there. Now that I returned to Minecraft off stream, in that game right there, I've gotten myself some diamonds through commands and even a little bit of netherite. Some things like emeralds, because you know what I did there? That I think was just, I feel like a genius. I'm a orewa tensai da. Yahari orewa tensai desu ne. I did this thing in which I exchanged some of the currencies from those things like Habirica, like Finch, or... Well, Habirica is easier. Finch, you can't quite do that, I think. But where I exchanged them at a certain rate for Minecraft diamonds, for Minecraft netherite. And so, if you stick to the system, it pays off. So, when I get a situation like this, it means I'm getting rewarded in Minecraft diamonds. It sounds silly saying it like that, but no, seriously, it works so well. And with Civilization 5, I have the in-game editor enabled, so I might just turn it into gold right there. Now I want to have more games that allow me to cheat on them. Except that it's not cheating in this case, it's just expanding the hell out of the gamified system in that way. The funny thing is, the first Minecraft world I ever did, where I have invested so much time into it, I never enabled commands on that one. So I started a new one. But that's another story. Back to FF14. Well, this seems as good a spot as any to have a rest. And we were in the middle of the conversation, right? We're gonna have to skip the cutscene a little bit here. We talked about, like, the thesis, or... yeah. Or was it that, or... Anyway. I haven't tried Hytale yet, miss. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago.
We saw this, right?
I myself had given it up as impossible.
Yeah, we saw this.
However much we bicker.
If it's any consolation, she's in awe of your work. Well, we get to see Alfie's reaction again, so... Silver lining. Silver lining.
She told you of my...
Pinchy wa chance desu ne.
Nonetheless, it is
Yeah, because... yeah. Too bad you're all the way in Excalibur. I've come to say hi. Sadly, they don't allow visiting NA if you're in EU. That's alright, Zephyr. Thanks for the thought.
Alize, are you all right?
At least it's gonna be that great expansion to the whole data center thing.
The treatment. Did it work?
Wait, we're all the way back to this cutscene, aren't we? Hadn't we finished talking to Gabu and... well, I guess it has to restart here, right? I may have not noticed when it disconnected right away. Give me a second here.
I'm so glad to see you all. Delighted, happy, glad.
Delighted, happy, glad.
Gaboo!
Give me a second. Something I do is this great program that I recommend. Whether you're a streamer or not, is helpful for all sorts of things, called On Top Replica. Where you can take crop a part of a screen and always keep that part on top. But like the key is that you're cropping that part and keeping it on top. So what is helpful for me is to crop a part of OBS that shows me drop frames. Internet drop frames, that is. Because it's also drop frames from like rendering lag, encoding lag. Those are different. When I say we're dropping frames, sometimes I don't mean the internet. Sometimes I don't mean the stream, I may mean the game. But yeah,
all this time. But
I have better visuals on it if I keep it on top in a certain way. So I may not notice when we immediately get a disconnection or some of the scuff sometimes.
Your hope.
I'm the type that likes to monitor these things as much as possible. Like with my own voice, I guess this is the case for most streamers, but I do wonder who is not like this. Sorry to speak over this, we will be back to the cutscene itself, but I always need to be able to listen to my own voice, you know? Like, it's gonna be the microphone's own audio. I'm not gonna have another audio when I am speaking. Anything I do with the microphone, actually, if I'm speaking on Discord, even if it's off stream, it's gonna have to be that audio. Like, you know, it's earphones or headphones directly into the microphone. because if I don't hear my voice, then I don't know. It's not gonna feel right. Not gonna feel quite right anyway. Like hearing it in real time. That's the word. So yeah. You actually started on NA, Primal, even. Speaking of Primal. But I'm in EU, and when the friend I play with in NA stopped playing, I moved to EU for better frame rates. Yeah, that's understandable. Speaking of frames. So many frames lost. You know what I need to do?
I couldn't have done it without you.
You know what I need to do? I've been thinking of doing this for a while and I still haven't done it. It's just a matter of a simple head crop Photoshop. Oh shoot, I think this was new dialogue we hadn't seen yet, but let me go on this tangent. Let's finish this tangent for a moment here. You've seen that meme where there's this fellow that's super buff talking to this other guy, this other person, and he's like, they're like, how do you get so buff? And then they go, every time this and this happens, I do one push-up. Jesus Christ. I think I mentioned this on stream before. So I would insert my own head in there, and I would go, every time I drop a frame on stream, I do one push-up. Jesus Christ, superstar. Like, even if you don't have, even if you have good internet, you know, the best internet in the world, hiccups happen here and there. And there's also rendering lag and encoding lag. I don't know what those things actually mean. I just know they're not related to the internet, right? For example, right now, frames missed due to rendering lag, 707 out of over 500,000 and counting, because new frames get generated as we keep doing the stream, right? Skip frames due to encoding lag, 72 out of 60,000 plus. So it's honestly fine. The latency in NA was killing you? That sucks. It would not be a problem if the game's engine didn't have hard-coded latency. Man, it's like, I spend so long sometimes talking about scuff. Not because it freaks me out, which it does, even after so long of doing this. But because I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm like, I don't know, just picture me. Let's go back to prehistory like we did with Live Alive last week, right? Talking about life and the universe, except there's so much I don't know about it, so I just keep going in circles talking about what I don't know. When I know, the less I know, the more words I try to use to describe it, maybe? I don't know. Something like that. Back to the game. What did they say here? Because, what did Gabu say? I couldn't have done it without you. Alice say, can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them? Okay, we saw that. Yes, we can. All of them. Yeah, we saw this. Yeah, we did see this. Yeah. He was saying this. Okay, we did see this.
As you know, reversing the... Moreover, the all of which...
Yeah, this is what got me to say about the body transformation thing.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gabu, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone, said Graha. But yeah. We had already walked away, right?
The next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of porkses, would it not?
Okay.
Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
This is where Matoya is going to come in, isn't it?
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying, and her name is Master Matoya, the real one.
I need to see what those two are gonna say to each other, especially because Matoya is aware, I think, that Y'shtola used her name. And it was years for Y'shtola as Master Matoya. It was years for her.
I have to go now, Gabu. But the people here will look after you. Right? I promise to come and visit you again soon.
These interactions, though, are what it's all about.
All right. Thank you, Alice. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice. Let me see here. Well, let's get ourselves more spell speed stuff. I'm gonna consume the other thing. It's also for the sake of the inventory. This looks nice. Herring pie. Actions have 0.04 second latency. Dots, hots is every 3 seconds. That's why all dots tick every 3 seconds as well. And why most dots damage over time have a duration of 30 seconds. Okay. Anyway, yeah, let's consume these freaking gold saucer stuff. Oh yeah, I got a 2p card. We're getting all of these. We're getting all of these. Just wanted to double, triple check that. Alice will be exhausted from her efforts, but you wouldn't think so to look at her now. If she's ready to press on, then so am I. You may recall that in order to procure the ingredients for Angelo, we had no choice but to surrender ourselves to the whims of the pixies. But I should have done so with far better grace had I known that what we would go on to achieve. Yeah. You see, we were talking about just that silver linings on a cloud, right? Where there is danger, there's opportunity. Pinchi wa chance. The whole point of that phrase, every cloud has a silver lining, or variations of that, applies and chances are two sides of the same coin that I always want to keep emphasizing so freaking much. Is that you're not just trying to look at it positively. It's not just a matter of looking at the glass half full. No. This glass is... No, wait, I'm gonna try... No. Let's go back to the other analogy, right? That silver lining would not even be there in the first place without the cloud. Like, looking at a thing positively is one thing. You could spin that... You could spin anything in that direction. But the whole point, Tajigen, the whole point is that you only get the good thing because the bad thing happened in the first place. This thunderstorm hit you, and you would not have gotten this nice thing that came out of that thunderstorm had you not been hit by the thunderstorm in the first place. I don't know, something happened. Lightning struck your crop somewhere that it made a hole in the earth and you found gold underneath that hole under your farm or something. Best analogy I can think of. For some reason I'm thinking of a farm and a storm. I guess because I make that analogy with the internet sometimes. Like, I'm a farmer thousands of years ago and sometimes there's thunderstorms and there's nothing I can really do about it. There's a lot I can do, but after that my hands are tied, right? When it comes to internet ISP attacks. Maybe the internet is not drunk. Maybe it's the Asians plotting. So many directions we can spin this, right? But that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. And I see you're talking about World of Warcraft. Whoa. I've been thinking about, doing other work outside of the stream of the Warcraft orc. That's from Warcraft 3, I think, but I think they reused the voice line. Work. Somehow that freaking orc is so motivating. There's this 8-hour video in YouTube there, the orc peons, yeah. There's somebody that made it. Somebody made an 8-hour loop of that. It's perfect. A perfect work shift like that. Why is that so motivating? Why is that so freaking helpful? That's funny that you find it motivating. I don't know, just something about the orc just being able to keep lumberjacking, mining, what have you. But yeah. Oh, started back in very late Shadowbringers. We're at the point where you started, maybe. To an extent. Wait, did you ever tell me that before, Mist? I didn't know that. But yeah, because in the actual game, they're very lazy. I know there's the quest early in World of Warcraft. I don't know about Warcraft 3, but in World of Warcraft where they're sleeping and you gotta wake them up and... Work. That is motivating because... Even if at moments where I don't feel like I can do this work, I still gotta do it, and I do it. It's the same for them. They don't, they feel like they just want to go back to bed, and their face is screaming, "Put me against the pillow!" And they still gotta go and do the thing. That is extremely freaking motivating. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Yeah. One of the first quests in the orc starting area is you whipping lazy peons to wake them up. Yeah, what I was talking about. I think that's where they reused the lines I was thinking of. I could have sworn they said it more like reluctantly, like they said work instead of work, or maybe it's different lines. Anyway, back to this. We did it. We brought Gabu back, and if I have any say in the matter, he will be the first of many, is what Alice said right there. Like master, like pupil. We're about to unlock the dungeon. I already know this is a shot from the dungeon right there, but this should be extremely interesting. As she will be at pains to remind me, I have not paid Master Matoya a visit since returning from the first. But this seems as good a time as any. Come, let us make for her cave. Whoa, 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 whoa. I just love Matoya's music so much. Not so much the version in this game. I love it too, but I love the other versions more from the first Final Fantasy. And that's versions in plural because there's many versions of that, right? I think this is the right way, right? You love the dungeon and its music? It's gotta be some variations of the theme, right? Love singing in roulettes? Well, we'll be unlocking it for the first time. Shall we do it in duty support, Tajigen? Or I'm gonna do it in black mage either way, I think. Remind me though, let's roll the die again and change class after this to something else for the rest of the MSQ. This is the 5th of 10 quests in this MSQ, so it's like halfway through, a good point to change, but I was supposed to say a henshin phrase, right? Oh wait, we didn't transform into black mage. We already were black mage from the start. Still need to come up with some henshin phrases right there. Transformation. Yeah, you could join, Mist. Not sure we're gonna do duty support or multiplayer though. Either way works for me as usual though. I need to see this dialogue first though. What are they gonna say to each other? The sass is gonna be off the charts. The sass is gonna be... Yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe Matoya will be a bit different given the extraordinary circumstances. But the fact that you still had the name. Oh, there's a triple triad match there. Maybe waiting for the dungeon queue if we do it multiplayer. Graha. Master Matoya is something of a legend among Archons. I very much look forward to meeting her. If not the dressing down I am liable to receive for my inept attempts at summoning you. Ah, yeah. Yeah, it's alright, Zephyr. You're fine. Somebody else asked for help, so I'm gonna go help them. You will be more than fine with duty support. No worries, Mist. Yeah. It has been some time since Master Matoya last saw you still, huh? What a lot they will have to talk about. Do you remember? When last we came here, it was to find out why the others had collapsed. If someone had told me then that they'd been whisked away to another world, I would probably have laughed in their face. You live and learn, eh? Hanging on the edge of tomorrow, live and learn from the works of yesterday. Well, Sonic Adventure 2 this sneaky into this stream as well, huh? I told you these are braids that are interconnected to each other. I should change my hairstyle to incorporate braids on it. Hell, and my VTuber model as well for that matter. I should have a braid like the twins here. Look at their braid. So good looking. So good looking. How long does it take for them to do their braid every day, right? I don't expect they help each other braid their hair. They would not be able to stand it. That's gotta be you gotta admire them for that, actually. Everybody else in this party right now has much shorter hair than they do. Much less elaborate. I take it, yeah, like if we include Urianji and Tancred, they have simpler hair too. The twins are fancy. The Louisois are fancy. I take it you are ready to bear witness to the joyous reunion of master and pupil? Very well. I think they kill each other first. Yeah. Look, I've never had braided my hair before. We're talking a little bit about the live-action vessel here. Just to go beyond dimensions, but currently I have another body of mine that's live action, right? And that body actually has longer hair than the body you see right here, which is my main body in many ways. And I kind of tried to braid my hair the other day, just kind of doing it casually, not really going too far into it. And it's like, how do people do that? How do people do that without help? Is what I wonder. And I'm like, how do people do that? Such a complicated thing. But because I'm obsessing now over the term braided narrative so much, I'm like, oh, let's incorporate that in some way. Practice is how. Yeah. Muscle memory is a thing, but like the way you have to like do 3 strands at least, and Because I think 3 is the minimum, not 2, and, well, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. Maybe the hair I'm talking about is not as long, maybe. It's not that long either, but anyway. I don't know. A little Padawan braid, at least. I don't know. Right. The joyous reunion of Master and Pupil. Let's see. I can do a braid on myself in about 15 seconds. Yeah. I need to learn how to do it. But a braid kind of like the twins have, maybe? Well, hold on. This is gonna be...
Nary a word from you all this time. Then you bring every man and his pirogo with you. Did no one teach you any manners, girl?
Every man and his pirogo.
They were too busy teaching me etherology, Master. Jesting aside, I wanted to be the one to express our gratitude.
They were braiding hair, that's alright, miss. No, like, apparently that's a thing. Like, usually somebody else also helps others do it, but yeah.
You spared no effort to sustain our bodies while we were away.
That's true also.
And for that, we owe you our lives. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You were gone so long. I was starting to think you'd set your heart on staying.
It wasn't easy to leave, as it happens. Seldom does one have the opportunity to study other worlds, and I would not have minded extending my stay by a handful of years.
I want to know if Master Matoya is aware that Y'shtola became a Master Matoya in some ways and what she thinks about that. And
Ever the scholar, Y'shtola.
oh, here we go.
Herself to studying ancient civilizations of the first, befriending a tribe known as the Knights Blessed in the process. There she took on the name of Matoya, of all the children of the forest.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. No, she had to know. She had to know this. Yeesh.
I merely adopted an alias in accordance with the custom of my hosts. Yours just happened to be the first name that came to mind.
I think we just saw... I think she just took some psychic damage right there, Y'shtola.
You mean to tell me you went gallivanting about using my name and only bother to visit when you need a favor? And don't pretend you don't. I taught you long enough.
Ah, that was so good. Nah. If he didn't say it, I would have said it, but I would have been aware of what I was saying.
And devoted pupil that I am, I could not fail to recall my master's sage advice. When the answer eludes you, look to the wisdom of your elders.
Ah, well said.
You there. Were you going to introduce yourself?
Please never stop, Matoya. Never stop showing up.
Grahatia is my name, and I'm proud to call myself a scion.
Alfino is no good at reading rooms. To be fair, neither am I. See, I wonder if Alfino would maybe reply this. No, he wouldn't. He would understand the phrase, but sometimes I'm like, you tell me, hey, read the room. And my first thought, at least for a split second, maybe a solid second, maybe longer, my first thought I'm going to say is like, I look at the books around the room, like in this room, for example, and I'm like, well, actually, I have read a few of the books, but there's a lot of books to read. I mean, oh, you meant, oh, okay. Seriously. It's like, you mean to tell me a shrimp fried this rice? What the hell do you mean? Now, see, I did know shrimp fried didn't mean that. But the first time I came upon the based word, I was wondering, based on what? Why is the phrase incomplete? So, don't tell me to read a room because I'm gonna look at any books immediately. It's gonna be my first instinct, and I'm not entirely joking about that.
I too wish to offer my gratitude for your invaluable aid in sustaining the Archon's bodies, as well as my apologies. It was my inexpert summoning spell which endangered their lives in the first place.
What will Matoya say to that?
Ah, yes. The one bent on digging up the mysteries of Alag. Old Galaf used to speak of you. And Files told me all about your recent exploits. Do you have a bad back or something? At ease, boy. Whatever mess you've made, I'm not in the habit of dwelling on the failings of the younger generation.
I got a feeling she was gonna be nice to him. Yeah.
You are too kind. I've also heard much and more about you, Master Matoya. 'Tis an honor to finally make your acquaintance.
I'm so glad Matoya keeps showing up in the story. I don't know if she will after this that much, but I hope she doesn't stop showing up.
Well, that's more than enough pleasantries for anyone. Tell me what you want. I haven't got all day.
Got love name drop. Ah, yes. Angelo. I love the way she summons it.
So that's the way of it. It should be a simple enough matter to make the familiar. The magic, on the other hand.
Ah, that you may leave to me. Being the only one possessed of royal blood, I alone can imbue the subject with the necessary magic.
Also, this could be a problem though, because then once Graha is gone, we gotta have a permanent solution to the tempered, so that nobody ever becomes tempered after that. Eventually, when Graha one day dies or something, I don't know.
So I just need to create porxes with the power to stir the soul. Just, I say. Though we're talking about a veritable herd of the little buggers, we'd collapse before we reach double figures. But if I could get a familiar to create the familiars, a mother porxie, as it were.
Mother Porxie. A Mother Porxie.
Seems I haven't seen the last of that moldy old hole after all.
Okay, Matoya's relict, is it? Problem is that Graha has a T and therefore is not permitted to reproduce by Sunseeker law. I don't know if he has to, like, care about those laws. I don't know if that's really relevant to him. But yeah. My boy, we need you to build a harem. How do you feel about that, Graha? How do you feel about that? It's actually a necessity for the realm, for the saving of people. Yeah, sorry to burden you, man. Sorry to burden you. A porxie that produces porxies. What an inspired idea. Speaking of reproduction. By the way, Khaiden, do you think I misspoke earlier? I assure you it was not my intention to embarrass anyone. Look, I would have said it if you hadn't said it. Though I would have been aware of why I was saying it. And what would have happened after I said it, but yeah. You advocated for the devil while intending to be an angel. I would have been a devil's advocate and know what I... Yeah, I would know, or better phrasing. You would have added fuel to the fire when you intended to add fuel to a car, maybe. I would have known that I was adding fuel to a fire. And I wanted to see the explosion. Moldy old hole. She really must miss the place. Where does she mean, do you think? Some manner of hidden workshop, perhaps? We haven't seen that place, have we? I know there's been places, like... There's the entrance to... What is it? It's not the Great Guba Library, is it? Anti-Tower. I don't even remember what that is right now. In case you've ever wondered, Alfino got his innocence stripped from our mother, and he can be rather endearing, even useful in certain situations. But most of the time, it just makes me want to shake him. Poor Y'shtola. Melody's more than willing. Aha. There you go. Alright, off to my old workshop then. Everything required to make you familiar is there. That may be, but no one has set foot in there since the Exodus. I dread to imagine what has become of it. Oh, there should to be a handful of feral familiars and mayhap a monster or two. But nothing to trouble the likes of you. You can consider cleaning up the place payment for my help. Fine, we'll do it. Good girl. Now, if there are no other objections, I suggest you run along to the Maker's Quarter. I'll send one of my Porgos ahead to let you into the workshop. You need only tell him who you are. One can't be too careful, after all. Off you go. Alright. Master Matoya. Master Matoya. What was the Maker's Quarter again? From here again, from... wait, actually. Let's exit. Let's exit here. We exit the cave. Yeah, it's always problematic when we have to do it from Idleshire. What is great is that my return skill remains at Idleshire. I'm just fond of the place. And it pays off here, though. Anti-tower with Calcabrina! Now that I do remember. Calcabrina. I just love the song. Where was it from again? I keep forgetting also, but... FF5, FF4... I heard that song long before I ever played FF14, much less the original game it comes from, which I've yet to play. But I just loved it. And what is it? We encounter a version of her in Eureka, was it? Oh, hello, Alexander. Right, Alexander was here. Something about the song, the maniacal nature of it, also so whimsy and playful. It works so well. Oh yeah, speaking of playful and whimsical and mischievous, yeah. Mount Roulette can be fun for this reason too. It's from 4. Gotcha. Thanks for telling me, Zephyr. Judging by the unruly state of the flora without, I think it's safe to assume there will be no shortage of unruly fauna within. Add to that the undisturbed secrets of the workshop, and we have the makings of an adventure. The workshop was an unforgiving place even before the Exodus, and I doubt the years of neglect have improved it. As I may have mentioned, Alice and I were still very young when we departed with the Exodus. I envy Y'shtola for remembering the city as it once was. The grass could certainly do with a trim. Alright, we're gonna do duty support. I think we're gonna roll for whoever is not gonna be there. We'll do it in a moment. Greetings, Ribbit, and welcome to my good mistress Relict. Poro Rogo is my name, and I am honored to be your guide. Within you will find a space dedicated to the making of familiars, along with a cavern wherein the requisite ingredients may be had. I must warn you, however, that the place has not played host to a single soul, much less a broom, in over 15 years, and will, I regret, be in some disarray. But rest assured, my brothers and I shall see to it you do not lose your way. Now then, Ribbit, only say the word, and I will show you in. Matoya's Relic, now accessible. Yes, I want to hear what the music is going to be like here. What we're going to roll for is going to be faster if I just roll for whoever is not going to be in the party. Let me make some small talk with them, maybe. So, Khaiden, shall I lead the van? Or would you rather I follow up the rear? Whatever you prefer, I am happy to adapt. So come, let us go and make our mother porksy. Forget Graha can be anything. In terms of, like, the role. I was still a child when last I came here, but now I am rather more capable. Not that Master Matoya seems to have noticed. Mayhap she will when I have cleaned out the mess she left. That's why it's worth doing small talk with them. I'm no stranger to porksy making, as you know, and that must count for something. I can't have all of them, so yeah, somebody will have to not be in the party. Though it has been a while since last I joined the fray, I have followed Alice's example and practiced whenever possible. My healing magics are ready as always. So, we'll just do it from left to right as we see them here, before we even see the duty support menu. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still a D4 we have right here. Let's see. Either way, I'm gonna hate whoever is gonna be left out. Y'shtola. Okay. So, is Graha and the Louisois, and the Levjus, what am I saying? The Levjus. I said Louisois earlier when I meant to say Levju. I think. Anyway. We gotta see the dialogue after this. We're gonna take a look at the wiki because we gotta see the cosmetics after we're done with everything. But yeah, a party of NPCs. Oh, there we go. It's already set up for me pretty much. This is the way we're gonna do it. Yeah. Okay, Graha can be the tank. Yes. Alfie heals. Academician. And Red Mage Alice. All round the Grahatia. I just love that. Now, hold on. There's something I want to do. That we must do to really set up the scene. This is the way it's gotta be. Let me see. I just want to see the... yes. Let me try it this way. The Maker's Quarter was once home to some of the finest crafters Eorzea had ever seen, but it has lain in forgotten ruins since the Charlayan Exodus. It is there, hidden amidst overgrown foliage, that the entrance to the former workshop of the Archon Matoya can be found. Seeking to create a familiar that creates familiars, you throw open the doors and step into the moldy old hole, the first souls to do so in decades. Decades, huh? They said 15 years? That's not decades. That's a decade and a half, more like. Well, let us enter Matoya's relic, shall we? Register for duty. Gotta set up the stage epically. Anything you do in FF14 can be argued to be epic. Ah, the freaking instant portrait. Okay, remind me to change it. Ooh. I just love this, like, humongous oven in the middle, or whatever it is. Kind of looks like a wizard hat. Look at the box. We gotta preserve the box somehow. See, reading the room here has got to be difficult.
Right. To begin with, I need you to gather a few ingredients. Listen well to what the Porogos say, or you'll wish you had.
Oh. This music. This music. Wait. While we buy with the music, there's something I want to do now. Let me see if I can do this with the bunny ears. Oh, I can hear a little bit of the motif from Matoya. Yeah, see, we're in duty support so we can do this. There's something I gotta do. Don't mind the drop frames for a moment. I'm just loading props. Where is the wizard hat? Credit to whoever made this. I'm forgetting right now who did it, but how does this look? I could change to the non-bunny ears model, though. Or I wanted to maybe... Hold on. Maybe make it small. You think that works better? Yeah, I see what you mean about the music, Sapphire. Oh my god, this part. Okay, I'm gonna set it up like this. Hold on, I don't want it to move that much. Yeah, we can work with this, whatever. Oh, man. First things first, we need to harvest some clay, says Matoya. The Porogos. The clay can be had at the Clay Clock Cauldron Ribbit. Through this portal, if you would. Clay Clock Cauldron. Try saying that 3 times fast. Yeah, it's a great hat. I'm forgetting the name of who did it, but I used to remember it because we used it pretty much all October before. It might be the same case this year. So yeah. Please follow me, Ribbit, and put down any pests that bar the way. I feel every frog is gonna be very deep voiced. Every Porogo, that is. Go for it, Graha. Good aggro. I thought I would draw a few of them before Graha did anything, but no. See, he really is an all-rounder. I'm gonna have to listen to this song. I'm gonna have to listen to this. Put it in playlists. See, I have these playlists that I call rotations. I don't know where I got the idea. Maybe from rotation, as in, you know, a rotation of as DPS or whatever. But since I rotate between songs in a specific way for them, it's fun. Because a queue, just setting up like a temporary queue wasn't enough with how ambitious I get with my bloody music playlist. But it's fun when you like do, like for example, with what I did with the Crystal Tower music before. I have the songs from that, from Circus Tower, all that. And then the originals from FF3. The 8-bit version, the Pixel Remaster version, DS version, all of that. I forget what other versions there are, besides fan remixes, which are great too. You should see how many versions of Westopolis I've listened to from Shadow the Hedgehog. But here's a fun game to try out. This is where I think I start using the name Rotation. Oh, geez, let's get out of here. Oh, and meanwhile, you get some foul magic. Grab yourself a couple of albums or something like that. Like maybe, I don't know, a dozen openings from Kamen Rider or Ultraman or something from an era specifically. All the Showa Rider openings, all the Heisei openings. There's 20 of them for Heisei, or maybe more, depending on how you go about them. But, and put them both in a playlist at alternating intervals. Like they alternate between each other. You see what I was talking about with the braids? You're making a braided narrative out of your music like that. And that's so much fun. Allow me to assist you with the cab, Ribbit. So, this song is gonna go into one of those playlists. Let's go, Graha. I've got Emmett Silk staring at me from the background of my second monitor. Nice. No, and don't even get me started on what I do with my wallpapers. I try to change them every week. Though I don't go too far with it. Like, I have 3 monitors, but I keep the same wallpaper across all 3 monitors because most of the time I'm gonna have a window up anyway. So having a different wallpaper per monitor wouldn't really do much for me. But it's one wallpaper for the desktop itself, one for the browser background, one for my phone's home screen, which I actually haven't changed in a while, and then one which is a bit more optional, but with an extension in another browser for the Google Calendar. I can change the background there. It just doesn't apply when I look at that calendar in like my phone or something, but it's a more minor one, right? And I like to change them every week. Like this week, for example, I think one of those has Matoya's relic. That's why I got a bit of a light spoiler about that big black mage hat looking oven or whatever it is that thing in the middle is gonna be. Oh, we'll find out, I'm sure. We're about to find out. Woo, 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 woo. I did not imagine the place would be so infested, Ribbit. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Sonny of Ziggy. Alright, Sonny, let's fight. Sonny boy. This part of the song. Well, that's what I do. Sometimes I don't bother though. Sometimes it's a bit of a chore to bother with the wallpaper changing too much. So I don't do it as much. Yeah, I think I have a Sonic Adventure 2 wallpaper somewhere there. You fight Ziggy himself in the anti-tower? I don't remember who that is. I'm guessing it's this... what were these things called again? I'm forgetting. But yeah. Spriggan. That's it right there, I think. It's like this Spriggan looking thing and... With a big rock. Rocky. Another Spriggan sitting on a big rock. Okay. That tracks. Right, I gotta remember, I should focus on only one target when it's 2 of them. I think that's a better way to go about it. As you have told me in the chat before at least, Tajigen. The clay's just across the way, but you need to deal with the Modman first, Ribbit. The Modman? Ah yes, lives up to the name. So that's the keeper of the clay. Okay, things are about to get really dirty here. Trying to think of a pun. Well, let's just try not to fudge things up. Close enough. Alright. Go for it, Graha. Mothman made me think of, like, this character from World Heroes, the fighting game. Underrated sometimes, I feel. You wanna get 3 or more, you wanna aim for the DPS gain and 2 or less single target because that's your best output. Yeah. Something that I only got to learn recently. Also, ley lines. Yeah, things are getting muddy here, for sure. As long as we don't fall into quicksand, somehow. I don't have water magic as a black mage, at least. Right. Oh, I think I see... Wait, do I see what we gotta do? I don't know if I did any mechanics right there, but... This thing... I think, let me see. What do I do with that? You gotta flush... Oh, okay, thank you. over the... almost got it. There it is, there it is. Okay, okay, okay. I got that. Better to flush those down than to flush this run down the toilet! If I wipe the entire party... If I die, the party just wipes, right? That's the disadvantage of duty support. Also, it takes longer than with players. Mudmen have blocked some of the drains. Enough with the Mudmen. I'll show you how to make a mess of things. I got ice, I got fire, I got lightning for you. Let's flush these down. Yeah, because one of those ends up hitting the Mudmen. Actually, they're blocking it now. I think that's a different thing. Okay. I think I see what's going on here. If I do glamour run this, I'll be better prepared. Oh, you're kidding me. That's not going well. No. You gotta really watch the direction in a certain way. Alfie, I could use with some heals here. Thank you. I had to focus on the mechanic. 100%. Right. Xenoglossy. Another Xenoglossy with your name on it. What is it? I'm thinking of... Oh, you know what I was trying to think of? I was trying to think of another character called Mudman. I was thinking of the Spider-Man villain, but that's not his name. But I keep thinking his name is Mudman. It fits. No. Sandman, I think it was, but he seems very muddy. Sand can get muddy. Put a lot of water in it, and that's what's gonna happen. Oh, geez, we're gonna get hit with something fierce here. Thank goodness for Mana Ward. I had to stay there, right? Sometimes you're gonna take those hits. I show indeed, Alice. Very well, very well. Use your LB. On me. Yeah, I should have moved. They moved towards me. Okay. That's also a difference here in duty support. There's something kind of comfy about that. Not having to move at all. Let's finish this. Let's finish this. All the way through. Now we have our clay ribbit. Let us return to the interstice. Tombstone's a poetic pair of heirloom shoes of casting. I got part of the set, actually. Wait a minute. How does this look? Yeah, I figured it might fit. I figured it might fit decently. Nice. Alice's LB actually does the same damage as a melee DPS LB despite being a magic LB. Huh, interesting. Yeah, because she's red mage technically. I don't know how they work. I never paid attention to the damage itself. Next, we need to get the water flowing again, says Matoya. Okay. It will be my pleasure to show you to the Clear Note Cauldron, Ribbit. Please use this portal. Right, what shenanigans are we gonna see then? We already got wet with mud. Because mud in itself is wet. It's like you turn the earth into something more... It's combining earth and water. For your own safety, I ask that you keep close to me, Ribbit. Ah, gelatin. Okay. We're gonna get more jelly-like things. This is a fun dungeon already. Everything with Matoya is always fun. It's always great. Always so freaking good. You could make a playlist of a dozen variations of Matoya's theme. At least 3 of them, or 6 even, will be from the first Final Fantasy. You know, because there's 8-bit, there's the PlayStation version, the GBA version, which is, in terms of the music, there is a difference. At least a little bit with the PlayStation version. Which one was Dawn of Souls? GBA was Dawn of Souls, right? And I actually have played the entirety of the first Final Fantasy. So I'm very fond of that too. But Origins is what it gets called in PlayStation. Then the Pixel Remaster version. That's like 4 versions already. We're stretching it a bit by having both Dawn of Souls and the PlayStation 1 Origins, or whatever it was called, but still. Style magic on you. My friend has this place because he thinks it's a play on a car wash. Oh, I can see that though. We just got very muddy, now we need a wash. This way while I move the lift, ribbit. Yeah, we need a shower after that mess right there. You'll be fine, my friends. You got dirty, then you get a wash, and then you get dried. I'm expecting it's gonna be wind after this then. Alright, alright. We're going from cauldron to cauldron too. The witchy vibes are just... yeah. This is why we're wearing the hat. Remind me to take it off, because we're even gonna change class after this, I think. Black Mage was the class to use for this. It was just right. See, Yishtola is not here because I'm representing the Black Mage. I mean, she is with us, canonically. Just not in terms of gameplay. In the continuity, she is here. She is here. There's at least 5 of us. Raha is moving quite a bit. He knows what he's doing as tank, though. He does know what he's doing. I just realized all this time Thancred. You could call him Tancred. Making a pun right there. We never did it. Or maybe we did and I forgot. I don't know. He's Dadcred, so he would appreciate that now. I am so curious to see what Rain is gonna say in the Eden dialogue when we return to it. That will be the next content we do after this MSQ. Not today, mind you, but for another stream. I always call him Dad. There you go. He wasn't always a tank, was he? I can't remember. Like in duty support, before Shadowbringers, before he's Gunbreaker. He was Rogue first. Yeah, that makes sense. He's the one that taught Rin. I keep confusing her name with Liz for some reason. I think it's the Y and the E in the name that makes me do that. Little spring yonder ought to put a spring in your step, ribbit. Ah, speaking of puns. But yeah. He's the one that taught Rain to be a rogue and therefore a ninja in that way. He passed it on to her and then moved on to Gunbreaker, so to speak. I want to lick these enemies here. I want to put my tongue out and lick them. They look delicious. I like that the game makes me say that sentence. Rin lists both Y names with Y and E in the same place. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. And it's one syllable. Liz, Rin. I confused them. Blue Curacao jelly, so I don't think I've ever had that. Did I even say those words right? Anyway, back to 1 target damage. But we'll do the AoE damage over time. Xenoglossy! For this cave gelatin. See, it looks very hydrating. Yeah, those sounds are great. Another live ribbit, just a moment. It's liquor jellies. Oh. Those can be nice though. Like in terms of flavor, they can be nice too. With Internet Kun being so drunk today though, maybe we want to avoid those. I sense a mischievous presence, ribbit. Please take care. Nixie, okay. Yeah, that looks mischievous, alright. What in the world is that thing? Says Graha. I want to see more of their dialogue. Hehehe, let's play, let's play! What do you do here, Matoya? Water, water becomes pierce, thinks of flesh and bone to pierce. That doesn't sound good. This is not how you take a shower. No, 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 no. Water, water, flow so swift, wash away and set adrift. A telltale roar warns you of searching water. Let's move where everybody's moving. I think I can still hit them here, though. Oh, okay. Something must have shown. I think I can see how I can tell in future, but... Such fun! More water! We need more water! Ooh. Look at these things. Who said anything about a shower? You always wash yourself in a flash flood, right? Well, that does sound efficient now that you say it like that. Maybe that's the way I should do it forward. Save some time. Just gotta dodge these in the meantime. Can I hit them from here? We can hit them though. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. They don't take damage. Let's cast a different kind of magic. Nice. Now we can hurt them, it seems. Water, water, gather round, shroud the sky, and soak the ground. Woo! I think we want to get out of dodge there. Okay, I was supposed to do something. I saw they weren't doing anything, so I'm like, something needs to be done there. Okay. Yeah, your message came too late, Zephyr. You're gonna die. We died indeed. Let's give it a try again. Oh, you have to use the water spouts. Okay. Didn't notice them. NPCs... Yeah, NPCs were not the ones to follow here. Which is actually rare when you do duty support. Most of the time you can rely on them to show you the way. Now, however, I can get the other mechanic more right. I must insist on my ley lines. Araha did go up? He did it until the end, I think. Until the very end. I know where to go this time. Yeah. There was an extra blizzard right there. Okay. Let's make sure... Ah, damn it. Let's make sure we do Xenoglossy before we can't anymore. Never mind. Water spouts, water spouts. Onwards then? Or wait. Wait. There we go. Ah, okay. We gotta make sure we do them right. And we'll take some damage while we do that, I think. That's what becomes a bit tricky. Let's ensure we use Mana Word as well. This is fun though, this is fun. No! All my water is gone! But I can't lose! I want! The one close to him, yeah. Why won't you get hit? Says the Nixie. You are fun. I hate to have to kill you, but you're trying to kill us, so... No other choice. Who does that attack that makes a set in there? I love that. Is it Alice doing that? Now I want to pick up Red Mage just for that alone. I don't know if Red Mage is guaranteed to have that or if it's just an Alice thing. See, we can make references to Mazinger set, Ultraman set, Kamen Rider sets. Repose from Red Mage. It looks so freaking cool and I never noticed that before. Kakkoi desu ne. Speaking of kakkoi, there's a limit break. Give them a show, Alice, yes. Oh, we're gonna get splashed here. Let's move where everybody's moving. But in the meantime... Couldn't even tell where they're shooting that from. Okay. I see what's going on. Oh. Didn't realize I would get hit by that. Let's avoid the worst of those in future. And finish this already. Okay, I think I know what mechanic is coming up. I need to sprint. Get away from me, social distancing. That's as far away as we can be, I think. The water spouts hit the entire tile. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's by the squares. Right. Hopefully I remember for next time. So many spouts. Just take a Xenoglossy and die already. Alright, I give up. You win. Where is my treasure? We got an heirloom beret of aiming. I want to keep that for when I get Bard caught up, but I might get rid of it. Also, hopefully we're not getting interrupted by ads on the Twitch side of things. Pre-rolls are, I think are on. Yeah, they're on. Give me a second here. It's possible we want to run them for a moment here, but yeah. Oh, the Kiln Fire Cauldron. Ah, it's fire next. Okay. Sorry, just taking a few stream things here as well. We'll keep going with the dungeon though for now, like this. Now fire, huh? Okay. Flames Fantasia? Feels like I'm gonna change my appearance just by going through this. Regeneration! Ooh, look at this! Look at this! I wanna jump into the lava! It's fun, multicolored lava! Look at this! It looks so funky! I love it! Rainbow lava! If I ever get myself a house, I'd like to have somehow have that in my house. Or the island I think we're gonna get in Walker, right? Rainbow lava! Dude! You thought they were confined to like lava lamps and stuff? No. These are so good! I love this dungeon so much. Could I say it's my favorite dungeon in Shadowbringers? Maybe it is. Not in the game still though, not in the game, but... Look, when you have a dungeon that has my name on it, Sorkai, even spelled the same way there, Khai, then we gotta give strong consideration to that thing right there, you know? Oh yeah, we shouldn't be doing AoEs anymore. Relic Licorice. See, they want me to lick the enemies here. This is like actual licorice. What was Matoya doing here? What the ribbit? Uh-oh. Careful there, Graha. Don't get too far ahead. Whew. Just like you could have a... I don't know why I'm thinking of Stardew Valley and the Volcano Dungeon or whatever it was called. It's been forever. I'm gonna be so rusty when I get back to that game. Might as well start a new save maybe. But... the Volcano Dungeon... You could add another room that has rainbow lava. Why not? You can get prismatic shards there, maybe. If I start a new save of Stardew Valley, it should be after 1.7 comes out on that thing. Maybe I'll marry Sandy for that. But I was considering doing Stardew Valley Expanded. That big mod. That's another story entirely. I kept saying new save this, new save that. I think I even got it on the Switch and I haven't even touched it. For another save right there. Let's do single target. Still getting used to optimizing my damage like that. Oh, nice. The blizzard still hit. Tell you what, let's not switch. Oh, didn't mean to do swift cast. That was a misclick or mispress. A little magma can stop us, ribbit. Ooh, Moses, Porogo. Let's go. It's the Red Sea indeed, because it's lava. Except it's also rainbow, but that part was like regular lava. Regular lava colors, that is. Alright, back to AoEs. Yeah, this is worth glamour running just to appreciate the sights here as well. And as I said earlier, I think I did get a slight spoiler of the cosmetics you get in here. Well, it's gear! And I mean, right now, with my situation, it would be actual gear too. But I look at it more for the cosmetics first. The stats that it's gonna boost are gonna be great too, though. Make no mistake about that. But what should I glamour run this for, is the question. So we begin in Walker with post-patch gear all throughout. One comes from the normal raid series with Eden. One comes from the near alliance raids. One comes from other things like the MSQ maybe, right? One of these dungeons. It's the Saga outfits. The Arc outfits, you might say. Although chances are that as we do Endwalker, we'll keep getting new gear. I don't know. And it will be replaced sooner than later. See, I'm not bothering with those extra treasure coffers. It's just gonna be extra accessories, most likely. Laba faux bad. See, it says faux bad, but I almost say fee bad. Because I'm thinking of Phoebe. When it's spelled like that. Let's kill Phoebe here. And Walker is your favorite expansion. Nice, Ether. I get the feeling it might become mine too. At least so far, Shadowbringers definitely is my favorite. But I've been saying that about every expansion, maybe. I don't know if we did say that for Stormblood compared to Heaven's Sword, but... Friendship does get ended with the previous one for a moment. There's the recency bias and all that, but yeah. I don't expect ever Cold will beat Endwalker or Shadowbringers when we get to that. Nor Dawn Trail. But I'm sure I like them in some way or another. Right. Let's switch to single target here. Shadowbringers is your second favorite and they aren't far apart. Yeah. I think Endwalker may at least end up as my second favorite, personally. But I'm also a Star Cluster in VTuber, V-Singer form and all that. Space things, all of that, it comes into play. Part the seas, my friend. The seas of lava. Ugh, honestly, smite this fiend once and for all, Ribbit. Molten Phobad. Or Feebat. Now I'm thinking of Feebas, the Pokemon. Milotic. Xenoglossy! Let's go. I always remember how to say their name by saying, this is foe, the foe is bad, foe bad. Yeah, I figured that's it right there. But the PH makes me think of Phoebe. It's not that far away from the name. If I get a minion for that, it should be named Phoebe. What a fire battle that was, and I don't mean the magma. Your destination awaits. Alright. What is the boss gonna be here? The Key on Fire Cauldron. Oh, let's see. Oh, wait, is that it? Ah, okay. Now the Mother Porksy is the final boss. Oh, okay. This is whimsy. This is gonna get even more whimsy. I love it. So that's gonna be the Mother Porksy we wanted. Alright, it's time to bake ourselves a Porksy. Ah, this is so good. Oh yeah, look at that. That's gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be her. Or them. I know it says mother, but it might be just they, them for Porksies in general. Yeah, look at that. We're cooking.
Right then. Let's get this over with.
Yeah, if I get this in future in a roulette, it will always be a nice time. When I do. Woo! That's a queen Porksy, not just a mother Porksy. Woo!
Newborns are wont to be difficult. Sure, who's in charge?
Ah. You... What's the word? Porcelain mother Porksy. Uh-huh. You hyperactive little child. Getting a bit belligerent, are you? Fine. We'll show you who's in charge. Do we just... Okay. We go this way. Matoya's relict. So for the finishing touches, we employ brute force. Don't show any fear. They can smell it. Woe begone workshop. But yeah, Graha was the one that said the thing about the finishing touches there. Let's see how well you handle the big girl, says Matoya. Tenderloin. What is it gonna do? Okay. Don't turn me into steak. Don't turn me into sausages or something. We're not gonna do that to you, I can tell you that much. Wait. Wrong skill right there. Oh, okay, I see my mistake on that. I get it now. Okay. That could have been way worse than that. Oh yeah, we can do Xenoglossy on you in the meantime. Oh, I should have done Mana Word. Too late. That could have been way worse too. I did use Surecast, but I think I did it too soon. So I was still blown away. it took long enough to charge that it was too soon. Whoa, 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 this mechanic. Woo! And you can't sprint for this. I was about to try doing that. Oh, dude. Ugh. I can't avoid it anymore. That was tough.
Just the beginning.
Just the beginning indeed. Yeah, I think I did that shortcast too soon. Yeah. 6 seconds, okay. Never have taken a look at what the actual time for that is, I think. I'm not sure about my shortcast. She's getting herself angry quickly or you be in for a world of pain. Yeah, I imagine. This seems to me like a DPS check. Why right on my ley lines? Come on. Ugh. Alright, you deserve this Xenoglossy. Die already! Whoa. Whoa. Oh, okay. I see it. Yeah. We go where everybody's going. Whoa. Okay, I like this boss. One can figure it out easily enough, I think. I tend to be a smooth brain a lot with mechanics. So when when I can figure them out like this, it feels great. Well, that's also why I want to be DPS the first time I'm ever doing a duty, if it's not duty support. But here, Black Mage was the right way to go, either way. Yeah, funny enough, Y'shtola might be the most fitting for this, given her connection to Matoya. But we represent Y'shtola, in a way, by having that black magic too. Row. Actually, that mana word may have been too soon. No, actually, no. Never mind. That was good. Xenoglossy! I think I'll just let Alice do the LB. Otherwise, I'd love to do a Super Star Storm. Yeah, here we're not gonna do shortcast because we do want to get knocked back if we're standing here. Just like that. I think it's easier just to do the mechanic there, rather than doing arm's length or shortcast. Xenoglossy! Come on. Let's keep pushing. Here comes a tank buster. She got it. Finish it off, Alice! Wait. Will she even do... She didn't even get to do the whole thing. That's alright. Good game, thank you for the party. At ease, girl, at ease. We need you to be a mother. To healing for the realm. To what is gonna be healing for the entire world, actually. People in the entire world, basically. But yeah, there's Y'shtola. Let's see what everybody says about this. Have we finished then? Says Alfie. Nothing quite like a kiln fresh familiar. Quite a fight she put up. Well, she is like a queen Porksy. Heirloom Gaskins and Maiming. I should sell this or something. Although if I'm picking up Dragoon eventually, yeah. Man, it gets complicated. So freaking complicated like this. Let's go on. Let's go on immediately. Let's go on. Eventually, let's drago on. Dragoon. Wake up. We could have a Chow that looks kind of like this in the Chow Garden too, I think.
There we are, quite tame.
Then all that remains is for me to imbue her with the magic. My friends, I'm afraid I must trouble you for your ether once more.
Do we have enough either for a big mother Porksy like that? Alright. Just Alfino and Alice though. Surely Y'shtola should Help 2, maybe Matoya? Well, okay. The left views are powerful. Here we go. It's nothing compared to some of the things he did as the Exarch. Whatever he's doing here.
That should suffice.
However he's feeling here.
Good. Let's set her to work then, shall we? I want to see some porkses. Assuming that is, someone can spare the requisite energy.
Sorry, give me a second here. Alright. Who spares the requisite energy, actually? He doesn't have the fast ether supplies of the Crystal Tower at his disposal anymore. Yeah, but like, he's been through worse pain, is what I mean.
A mere drop in the ocean for the great sorceress Matoya, I dare say.
There it is. There it is. The name fit her so well, though. A mere drop in the ocean. We are giving so much here, but it's for a worthy cause. Woo! There they are. They look a bit different too, I think.
Excellent. Our very own litter of Angelos. And we can make as many more as we want, simply by providing the mother Porksy with additional ether.
Let's go.
I will require a moment before I try again.
It's still hard work, but a damn sight more efficient than making them one by one. Thank you, Master Matoya. Everyone, we're a step closer to our goal.
Distributed amongst the allied nations, they should do much to facilitate closer dialogue with the beast tribes. And given their present travails, I believe our friends in Limsa Laminsa should be the first beneficiaries.
Agreed. Though I must leave this errand to you. I doubt my legs will carry me out of the cave, much less to Vilbrand. Thank you for taking the lead in gathering the ingredients. I expect you would benefit from a rest too.
Are we gonna rest there?
In addition to the Porksies, I trust you've gained an inkling of how much effort goes into the creation of familiars. Or mayhap you attribute your struggles to old age?
Her face as she's saying that.
If I said yes, would it persuade you to treat me like an adult?
Not with that pertness, it wouldn't. Anyway, assuming you have no other favors to ask, I shall be leaving.
Let's go, Matoya. Is it me or does she also have her hair braided? I'm noticing all the freaking braids in hair now. Apparently. No rest for the righteous? Nobody gets rest. No rest for the wicked, no rest for the righteous. So no rest for anybody. I don't know. What is in there in between them? There's something in between, I think. Forgive me, this is a silly question, but of all creatures real and imagined, why choose a flying pig? Not that I dislike pigs, mind you. There was a reason, right? But I forgot what it was. Given it was her first time making a porksy, Master Matoya did a fine job, though she did have Angelo for inspiration. Something like with Alice, right? Lest you wonder, Master Matoya has returned to her cave with Y'shtola. They're as peas in a pod, are they not? Don't let them hear that. Don't let them hear that. You're gonna have another faux pas moment. Hilarious. Oh yeah. The trusting. Right. We may now do that. The Pneumo thing, they are cute. Is that what it was? They are right about that, though. I agree with the Pneumo. All right, I'm gonna take off the hat. as lovely as it is. Oh, don't worry, we shall see it again at some point. Let's take a moment to look at fashion fantasy for a moment for this dungeon. Yeah, we'll take a moment for this also. While we do that, other things will be going on there in Twitch as well. But I also wanted to see the dialogue that they would all have said. Duty dialogue. Especially Y'shtola's dialogue, because we wouldn't have seen that. Yeah, the optional... The duty support dialogue. I never thought I would see this place again, said Y'shtola. Yeah. Yeah. What creatures have since taken up residence, I wonder? Whatever they are, we'll make short work of them. Clay cauldron. Just minor things tend to finish tidying up the area. One ingredient struck off the list. What's next? Water. That's right, water to work the clay. Correct, and believe me when I say it's icy cold. Watch your step. How often did I come here to fetch water for Master Matoya's tea? Ooh, this is the dialogue I like to see. Okay. That familiar was made with storm water, and it plays rough. Have care. Ah, to have closure after all these years. Wait, was it you who created that familiar? Nothing is so bothersome as a familiar made by an untrained hand. As with all things, one cannot judge a familiar by experience. So, that second thing made of water. Y'shtola made that familiar. Aha. I think it was implied to be her. Ah, okay. That was so worth looking at. See, this is why I want to see the dialogue. I'm freezing my sodden clothes, said Alice. Y'shtola says, worry not, you will be warm again soon. Very warm. Master Matoya will be getting impatient, assuming she hasn't fallen asleep. Yeah, Alice said something about the colors. These colors, I take it the magma is infused with the elements. Ugh, the ether here is so vivid I can scarcely see. Ah, good heavens, is the magma rainbow-colored? Said Grahatia. Spectacular. The product of dissolved crystals, lest you wonder, said Y'shtola. Such an ether-rich heat source will be perfect for porksy making. Ooh, I shall be glad to leave this stifling place behind. And now the kiln should be lit. Garb aside, I suspect the creature will be anything but regal. A pugnacious specimen, just like its creator. Ooh, pugnacious. Okay, let's now look at the gear. Oh, there's some nice zoom-ins on the accessories. Heirloom ring. Heirloom amulet. They look nice, but most of the time they won't be that noticeable. Okay, let me do this as a picture. I need to like do a little bit of copying and pasting. A little bit of paint. And I mean the program paint. Just quickly making it into a PNG right there. I talked about this the other day. There's a great way one could go about making a temporary like image for the stream and immediately showing what you mean to show. No, wait, not that one. This one. No, not this one. Wait a minute. Where is the picture? Ah. Okay, wait. It's in a different spot now. Okay. Let me save over the picture. That is not the gear we were looking at. Right, okay. I put it at an even easier to reach location so we do it faster. This is the actual gear. This ended up more horizontal than I intended, but... Are you hearing that buzzing noise in the background, which doesn't sound buzzing to me? It sounds like a cat purring. Like when you have soundscapes that have a cat purring in the background, it sounds very relaxing. It's a buzzing noise, I think, because it's... What is it? These things right here. Bzz, bzz, but it kind of sounds like a cat purring. It's actually very soothing. At least if I don't listen to it too closely, maybe, but okay, yeah. Yeah, it's gotta be those things. So, in case you don't see the text, it may be a bit small. Heirloom, attire offending. On the far left, attire of maiming. Striking. So the ones that I would be able to get right now, anyway. Striking. From left to right, the third one. That looks okay. I'd have to try it on, maybe. Could be worth doing it as monk. Eventually, I get the aiming one. I like that beret. We did get that, right? Or no, wait. No, we got the... We did get that, right? Yeah, no, we did get that, yeah. Scouting on after that. And then healing and casting further to the right. Yeah, I wouldn't do this as Astro or Black Mage. And defending outfit, might be worth doing this as Dark Knight too. Dark Knight or Monk. And properly learning the mechanics, you know, now. I think I've learned them enough. I'll probably just reread them on the wiki entry right there. Looks nice enough. Looks nice enough. Out of those, my favorite was actually, I think, the Scouting one. But I don't have any class with that, nor will I have one anytime soon. I guess I could greet them or something and put them on a mannequin, but that would take quite the grind. Alright, let's change our class now, before I forget. So, we'll roll a d4, but if it's a 2 again, we won't stay at Black Mage. We're just gonna go for another one. They're just in the order they're shown here, from 1 to 4. Astrologian to Monk. What do we change into for the rest of the story we'll do today? Astrologian. What was I wearing as Astrologian again? Oh, and let me see if there's anything else we want to wear here. Not right now. Astro. Yeah. Just the relic gear, which is already perfect, but... Okay, no new gear here. Perfect. Perfection. This gear right here. Let's continue with Alfie. I should have eaten more of these meals here. This is piety, so I'm gonna use that. It will also liberate the inventory. Scouting as a DPS Viper player, he's scouting at my Neuron's trigger. Yeah. That's in Dawn Trail, right? I figured that if I'm gonna pick up a scouting class, I may as well make it V Viper. I hear Ninja is so complicated. Viper has got to be complicated in its own way, but... since I'm already gonna pick up Dragoon, and that's gonna make me make me have 6 of the 7, so to speak. I might as well wait until Dawn Trail and we do Viper when we get to it. I like the sound of it, maybe. I don't know. Anyway. Well then, my friends. Let us return to Limsa Lominsa and deliver the good news to the Admiral. A word to the officer in Bulwark Hall should be sufficient to secure us an audience. Back to my dear Limsa. Let's go. Yeah, let's talk to Merlweb. It's gonna hit different to talk to her after so long. I play all roles, but my mains are Warrior, Sage, and Viper. Nice. I play all roles too, though, technically, because I don't actually do that much tanking and healing. The more I stay away from it, the rustier I get, which makes me stay away from them longer. So it's a self-feeding circle there, so to speak, but... I want to gain my confidence in those things again. It's not like I had gone too far with them either. Especially healing, that's the one I haven't done that much. So easy to get rusty with that. Even as we speak, we are weaving a new future. And when it all becomes history, I hope that those who follow may look back with gladness. That's a bit of the Exarch talking right there. If we offer them the means to cure their temper, the beast traps are far more likely to listen. Also, we're supposed to call them allied societies now. Though the Admiral is not expecting us, I am certain she will want to hear our report. Come, let us request an audience. Let's go then. Why, Lieutenant Tajigen, ever a welcome sight. Tidings for the Admiral, you say? She's presently receiving guests, but for the science, I know she will make an exception. Follow me. Yeah, because I'm in the Maelstrom, there's a little bit of special dialogue. Oh, this music. Oh, if it's them who are here, they want to hear what we have to say too. Perfect. They want to hear what we have to say as well. My friends, what brings you here this day? We should show them Gabu as well. Is this true? By the Navigator, a cure for tempering. As often as I've been in awe of you, science, I would not have thought it possible. And yet it is, Admiral. We have done it, here in Limsa, and production of more familiars has already begun. You have my thanks, truly. This will do much to advance the cause of peace. Yet I fear it will take more to close the rift twixt man and beastman. Bah, even to speak thus divides us. Or is this where we start calling them ally societies, maybe? Welcome as it is, a cure will not guarantee reconciliation between our peoples. For though summoning and the temper may serve to fuel the conflict, they are but symptoms of it. If we are to resolve the primal problem once and for all, we must address the cause. We must strive for mutual understanding and find a way to leave our bloody past behind. Twas I who moved that the Alliance renew its push for peace. Since our ancestors came to these shores some 7 centuries past, we Luminsans have been at odds with those who share our island home. Save for a brief moment of cooperation with the kobolds, our history has been one of nigh constant territorial squabbling. I can't help but feel there may be some special dialogue if you finish the ally societies for them in ARR. With the Sahagin, the kobolds, which I haven't yet. Meanwhile, our struggle with the Sahagin for control over the seas has only grown fiercer, a matter made worse by the thrice-damned calamity driving them to seek new spawning grounds. With survival at stake, each had no choice but to fight, and so I dismissed peace as impossible. Impossible is a word coined by the weak, I proclaimed to all who'd listen, and then gave up. You and yours put me to shame. Since you led us to victory against the Black Wolf, you have achieved the impossible again and again and again. And I thought it high time that I follow suit. Hence my proposal to the Alliance Council. But no sooner did I reach out to our neighbors in Bilbrand than my own people sought to thwart me. You speak of the pirates who failed to attend the meeting. Aye. Acting through a friendly faction among the kobolds, we had intended to seek an audience with a prominent patriarch. But the bloody executioners would not hear of it, and their absence sent a message to the rest. Though they are but one of the 3 pirate powers, they are the greatest, and any attempt at peace would founder without them. I am given to understand that their leader, Captain Hilfir, has been bedridden for some while with an ailment of the lungs. Have I met that person? That name looks familiar. Correct. In his absence, his right hand leads, a man named Sigurd, but recently risen to prominence among their ranks. Have we seen that name before? Save for his disdain for authority, little is known about him. We have invited him to speak with us more than once, but he will not come. I have tasked the Yellow Jackets and the Rogues with uncovering his motives, but they have learned naught of any value. Why do I get the feeling this individual is the reason why the actual captain is sick? Sussy. I'm not gonna say anything here, though. A little bit sussy. We have a nose for the truth. Whatever this Sicker wants, I'm sure we could find out. Truly, I would be much obliged. I shall look forward to hearing what you learned then. Good luck. Because it's gonna be more complicated than just finding the cure to this. I mean, it wasn't necessarily about making relations better with the ally societies and all that, which is important too. But Merlwy's gotta be a leader and look for those, look towards those things as well in the future. Give me a second here. Just checking something off screen for a moment. Okay. Onwards. Let me see what everybody says for a moment. I know naught of this city save what I've read or heard in passing, so in this matter, I will follow your lead. The Admiral is right. The cause of the conflict needs to be addressed. We'll do what we can to ease the way, but it ultimately falls to the Luminsans to make peace with their neighbors. By way of a first step, I suggest we split up and make inquiries around town. Someone must know this Sigurd. If you could approach the pirates, Khaiden, the rest of us will seek out merchants and adventurers. We'll take care of the pirates. Bam, 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 bam. I'm just thinking of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Resynced. They did add like new content. There's even like new missions and stuff, which is great. I have played it before and I think it ranks in my top 10 games of all time. So I would love to play Resynced, but it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Budget. I would love to stream that if I could. Probably too much for the PC right now until the PC upgrade saga can finally happen. I keep saying saga because I expect there will be a saga on its own, but I don't know. Before any of that, whether I'm starting with the rest of the upgrades and all that, I really need that drive space upgrade. See, it's just if you ever gotta change the OS, the drive for your operating system, it's apparently a doozy. Because you gotta reinstall Windows and like, ugh, sounds terrible. I'm gonna have somebody else do it for me. I'll take it to a place, but even then, it's gonna be a complicated thing to work with. But it will be worth it. I've spoken to him before, right? Curious about Sicard, are you? As am I, my friend. As am I. Sadly, I know nothing of the man, save that the bloody executioners experienced a marked improvement in their fortunes after his promotion. Quite how he achieved this is a matter of some debate. As you know, the thalassocracy permits us to attack only Garlean vessels, yet these have all but vanished from the seas since the Empire turned it upon itself. They're attacking people they shouldn't attack, aren't they? In order to adapt, we Krakens have taken to trading with the East, but the executioners are less forward-looking. I cannot imagine they would willingly abandon the old ways. So how then are they lining their coffers? Whatever their secret, they are not like to share it with their rivals. But mayhap you will have more luck. Yeah, there's somebody being super sussy here. I think I can already figure out the shenanigans. Some douchebag is being a douchebag, apparently. Yeah, that's the word we haven't used in a while, douchebag. That's a fun one. With ASEAN, I just ended up using ASEAN assholes all the time, but this is no ASEAN, unless it is. I don't think so. We have a fan whose name is Daniel still to look forward to. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this thing right here. Right. So it happens here too, does it? I thought it would start at the Gold Saucer, or maybe it even has the Gold Saucer music. Make it rain. I haven't done this at all. Depending on how things go today, we may even do it today. Might be worth it. So perhaps I will go to the Gold Saucer and exchange those blasted cards right there. Sanguine Sirens, huh? Eh? You want to know about Sicard? He's a willy bugger is what he is. Found some clever way to make coin, they say, and traded it for Moinskit's place at all Hilfer's side. There was a time we raised the executioners for a pick of the Emperor's fleet, but the Guardians are gone, and then days with them. Owing to which, we've all of us had to look for other ways to make ends meet, with that jump-blood Biltras Sicard landing the juices, whatever it may be. Not that we Sirens are strong in mind. We do well enough guarding fishing boats from the fishbacks and other beasties. Get the first pick of the produce for our trouble, see? Quality stuff at a bargain price. This we pass to our sisters as can't sell on account of getting old or wounded or with child, and they cook it up and sell it for a pretty profit. Simple. Oh, I miss the old ways, don't get me wrong. But when I see the girls with their little ones, I think to myself, a life of peace and quiet ain't all bad. Yeah, Sicard is up to no good. Sicard is being sick. As why their name like that. Oh, let's get some mending in the meantime before I forget. Mostly I think it's just the black mage stuff right there. No, I think it's only the black mage stuff right there. We make it rain, we make it rain, make it rain campaign, MGP, Motherville gold points. Back to the limbs, means lower decks because we're not doing this right now. Where were we going again? Okay. There's something so homely, truly, about dealing with this kind of thing after what we did in the first tale. And that's the whole point. Sooner than later, this will continue setting up in a Walker tale. More of it, well, I think will come in 5.5 as well. The whole thing with Fan Daniel. And whatever the hell Xenos is up to. But we shall see, we shall see. I see everyone has returned. Now, who would like to go first? So, just as their imperial prey began to disappear, Sekar turned the executioner's fortunes around with a mysterious new source of income. Whatever it is nothing to scoff at. According to a tavern keeper I spoke to, the crew had been indulging themselves as never before, but no amount of drink seems to loosen their tongues as to how they are coming by their coin. For my part, I spoke with a reporter from the Harbor Herald. The publication has been investigating the secret of the executioner's good fortune and making little headway. Plainly, the executioners do not wish the nature of their business to be made public. And I think I may know why. In the course of making inquiries on Hawker's Alley, an interesting fact came to light. Just as the executioners began to enjoy better fortunes, the price of crystal went into sharp decline. A sudden fall in demand, I was told. Curious, I contacted Horibolder, who has been watching the movements of the beast tribes, and my suspicions were proven correct. Wait, this is even worse than I thought. Despite ever worsening relations between the beast tribes and the thalassocracy, neither Titan nor Leviathan had made an appearance of late, suggesting that the kobolds and Sahagin lacked the means with which to summon them. That's a good thing. Or is it? Do you mean to say the executioners are divesting them of their crystals? All indications point to that conclusion, yes. Though we have no hard evidence as yet. We must investigate further. I mean, as long as they never do anything bad with that, that's a good thing, right? But they're probably attacking them to do that, and they shouldn't be attacking them. They're allied with... They could cause a freaking war, the idiots. Agreed. So how do we proceed? Oh, I have an idea about that. In fact, I have already taken the liberty of making certain provisions. Let's see. Let's get ourselves something with... There's nothing with piety here. I like the look of this drink. A traditional beverage brewed from the extract of fermented lingonberries. Let's get that, I guess. Let it sit in the inventory there for a while. Actually, let's see what the others have to say first. This time. If Alphinaud's theory proves well-founded, it would go some way to explaining the executioner's vehement opposition to peace. Do you remember how Alphinaud pretended to be some manner of merchant to infiltrate Yulmore? Well, I bet you 10 gil he's about to reprise the role. During my inquiries, a disgruntled merchant informed me that a wholesaler of crystals had recently arrived in Limsa Lominsa, offering wares at prices far undercutting the competition. After asking around, I was able to gain an introduction and will shortly pose as a potential buyer in a bid to establish the crystal's provenance. There it is. The man is due to be at Oskin's Embrace in Lower Lenosha shortly. I suggest we make our way there at once. Well, who buys the crystals though? And how do they procure them? They're procuring them in a way that could cause war with the factions we're trying to keep peace with. At least they've been secreted enough so far that they haven't been found out. It would be bad for them too if they got found out. Oskin's Embrace, where was that again? Exactly? Okay. From the Morabee Dry Docks. How many times have I spent around this etherite? The most populated one, but the reason why I keep doing this one when I like travel to other servers is because if I'm traveling to another server for a moment, it's to look at the market board because I'm doing some crafting ambitions. And therefore, here, the market board is just almost next to the etherite compared to like Gridania and Ulda. That's why. I still need to go back to doing those. No, yeah, there's quite a bit of crafting. Quite a bit of crafting and gathering and such things to do. Off stream. But like, for the sake of the crystalline mean, and even the ally societies for that matter. So, let's go Alfie. Some shenanigans are gonna take place here. That appears to be our merchant. Wish me luck. Wait, if he truly is in league with the bloody executioners, he will surely be wary of those allied to the Admiral, the Scions not least of all. Compared to yours and Khaiden's, Mine is an unfamiliar face. Let me play the role of buyer. That's actually a good idea. Graha is right. And even if you aren't recognized on sight, you look too genteel to be mixing with society's underbelly. Genteel? But very well. I leave it to you, Graha. Genteel. Gentile? No, genteel I think is... Yeah, gentile is different, I think. Got business with me, Catboy? You're the crystal wholesaler? Was there a password we missed? His smile! That I am, but you're no merchant. So what do you want the crystals for? He does crystal-y things. He has the crystal-y looking thing. He was known as the Crystal Exarch, even if you don't know what that means. You know, the Crystarium, the Crystal Tower. Actually, he could even just say he's Grahatia and he has the Crystal Tower in mind and... his face. We got this Graha. He never had to do anything like this as Crystal Exarch, to be fair. Don't look at us, you idiot! You'll give yourself away! Oh, I see. You're a weaponsmith, am I right? And you need crystals to make staffs like that fine specimen you've got there. Ah, that worked out. That's right. I am indeed a weaponsmith, and I use naught but the finest materials. I bid you show me your wares. Well, we don't invite just anybody into our storehouses. It takes time to establish trust, you understand? Look, I have a large and urgent commission. If the quality is satisfactory, I will not quibble over the price. Alright. It's plain that's no ordinary crystal adorning your staff, so I'll make an exception. Come with me. Don't look at us. Yay, Graha! His wink and thumbs up. So good. It seems to be working. Let's follow them. Aha, a weaponsmith of renown. Then let's make our way there. What was I gonna say about it though? Like, oh yeah, I figured that might figure into the dialogue somehow. He has a staff that has like a crystal on it and all that. It's like perfect. Although I think, give me a moment here. I'm gonna also BRB before we continue. Let's just remain here before we do it. Let me BRB for a second here. Yeah, I think it's time for a BRB screen for a few minutes. I think we're safe here. I doubt anything is gonna attack me or something. I left you with the gentle ambience we have right here. Let's wait a moment right here, Tajigen. We'll be back as usual. Stay tuned. Thanks for waiting, Tajigen. It was a bit longer than I intended. Give me a second here. But alright. Oh, and it started raining. So nice rainy ambience that this became here. Yeah, I still need to find like ambience, like videos of FF14 stuff, FF14 like locations, and things like that. That would be really great. But alright. Given how long he's been playing the Crystal Exarch, you think Graha would be a better actor? Honestly, if I hadn't been for that staff, we must remember to thank Tataru. He wasn't entirely acting, was he? They went into that tunnel. Quietly now. See, this is why. The optional dialogue, though. I missed a few here and there, but no big deal. What are they doing, though? What are they doing? This is dangerous. This gets to be dangerous. What do you think, Graha? You won't find any finer, especially not for the price. Indeed. I would expect to pay more than double for such quality. How could they possibly be so cheap? There's nothing unlawful about them, if that's your worry. They're from Olgamoro, if you take my meaning. They stole them from the kobold, when they should have. Stuff as pure as it gets. You won't be disappointed. So, how much you want? What do we do now, though? Olgamora. Taken from the kobolds, just as we suspected. It's time for a confrontation, I think. That's enough. Shut your gobs and turn around. Slowly. You are Sigurd, aren't you? You idiot, do you realize you're about to put Limsa at war right there? I'm Sigurd, acting captain of the Bloody Executioners. No need to introduce yourselves. We know who you are. Science. And we also know you've been chatting to the Admiral. Got eyes and ears everywhere, see? Comes with being the only true pirate crew left in Limsa. So we've established you in here to buy crystals. The question is, what are you here for? You are bold to reveal yourself to us without knowing our objective, but that would explain your swift rise to power. You have spoken plain, and so I shall return the favor. We came here to learn why the Bloody Executioners oppose the Admiral's will. And we have our answer. Should Limsa Lominsa make peace with the kobolds, you would lose the source of your newfound wealth. Right, they haven't quite made peace with them yet, so that's what it is. I still think they could cause a war right there. That's right. Just to remind you though, we ain't breaking any rules here. The law forbids us from attacking any vessel not flying the Imperial flag, but it doesn't say nothing about beastmen. Then why are you so reluctant to even talk to the Admiral then, if you are being so lawful? Only reason we keep our operation nice and quiet is because we don't want no one taking our business. That explains it then, maybe. Wait, just listen to the end, will you? For what it's worth, I have the highest respect for you and yours. Her, especially. While the Maelstrom were worrying about dirting their fancy red clubber, you lost Storm Mugamaro and battered Bleeding Titan himself. Race amok to you when I heard the news. You wouldn't care about Gabu, I think. And now we're following your footsteps, making sure the beastmen never saw on their stinking gods again. Practically your successors we are. When there were still Imperial ships about, we did our best for Limsa and went after them. But with the Garleans gone, there's no one left to ply our trade on except the beastmen. So let us have that, eh? It's only fair. Contentious though some may find your views, it is true that you have broken no laws. That being so, I see no reason why you should not state your case directly to the Admiral's face. Unless the acting captain of the only true pirate crew left in Limsa Lominsa has some other cause to hide in a cave. Well said. Well said indeed. Alright, I'll meet with the Admiral. I'll even provide the venue. The Astalicia. I trust she won't turn down the invitation. They're the ones providing the venue? Nah, that's super sussy. That's not to be trusted one bit. This even feels like chill. It's like, we shouldn't underestimate anybody, right? But like, dude, we've seen the origins of the multiverse. We've fought gods and all that, and I don't mean the primals, like Titan. We've found the cure for cancer in this world, basically. The tempering. Not the same thing at all, but still. Equivalent in terms of the gravity and how monumental the cure for that is, right? And now we deal with a little bit of, like, cheeky corruption or something. Like, come on. And I don't mean tempering to kind of corruption. Do I have some passing knowledge of prior events? I am yet ill-qualified to meddle in Lominsan affairs. It was not my place to argue with Sicard, much as I would have liked to. Nay, it is for the Admiral to deal with him and the bloody executioners both. By bringing them to the negotiating table, we have played our part. I don't know about you, but it was all I could do to stop myself punching Sicard in the smirking face whenever he opened his mouth. You've dealt with worse. It's okay. We are on rough seas now, mateys. I thought myself the hunter, but it turns out I was the prey. A timely reminder that the pirate powers of Limsa Lominsa are not to be trifled with. But all's well that ends well. Grahatia's timely provocation had the desired effect, and Sicard has agreed to a meeting. Let us hurry back to Limsa Lominsa and pass on his invitation to the Admiral. Right, let's see what Merlwave even has to say about this. I mean, what are they gonna do? Set up a trap and just outright try to kill the Admiral and like... That is beyond foolish at that point. What even is the point of doing that? There's something else they've got going on, I think. Also, give me a second. Let me check something off screen here. 1 second. Well, this is interesting. I did not expect it to be something so... I don't want to use the word mundane. It feels a bit disdainful, but something so mundane for what we're doing so far. But if anything, this is exactly what we need after what 5.3 was like, and really all of Shadowbringers, arguably. This song. Well, we have no assurance that Sicard will be amenable to reason. There can be no compromise without discussion. Sicard is not one for confidence, that much is plain. But I have faith in the Admiral. She has dealt with far worse. The Astalicia is the very last place for such a meeting. The Admiral will be marching right into the Curl's den. Hope we don't end up regretting this. There you are. We have eagerly awaited your return, said Einsar. Welcome back, my friends. What news? She's used to dealing with pirates and piratey ways. So they have been stealing crystals from the kobolds. My thanks for solving the mystery, and securing a meeting besides. Suffice to say, I accept Sicard's invitation, and I would have you join me as my guests. The future of Limsa hangs upon the outcome of this meeting, and I would have the Scions present to bear witness. What are you gonna do? You're gonna try to do something to the Admiral? That would be beyond foolish. But I don't know. That's some leverage they have. What is up with him? Feels like he's in over his head, but... Wait. What are these idiots saying? What are these idiots saying? Are you stupid? What the heck are they doing?
Welcome aboard, Admiral. I'll wager you don't remember me. Sicard, acting captain of the bloody executioners at your service.
We might be down to 2 pirate factions, which may have been the way it was going anyway.
'Twas kind of you to invite us. Now, if Captain Hillfear has a message for me, I bid you speak it.
How is Captain Hillfear?
We have just the one demand. That you forget this bilge about making peace with the beastmen. Ours is a nation of pirates. Always has been, always will be. Deny us our right to plunder, and you deny who we are. Too bloody right! Pirates till we die!
What we want, we take!
Well, we have some good speech for this, I think.
Piracy has no place in our future.
What about privateering?
What'd she say?
Pirates have no place. Our nation has prospered through piracy, 'tis true. Yet it is but one part of our long and storied history. Centuries ago, our ancestors led a failed rebellion and were driven from their homes with little more than the shirts on their backs. In fear of their lives, they sailed south until they came to these shores. Finding the land occupied by kobolds, however, they were forced to turn to piracy in order to survive. And survive they did. But not so long ago, when the Empire threatened to crush everything we'd built, we set aside piracy and joined hands with our neighbors. This too was in order to survive. And survive we did. Time after time we fought the Empire, and time after time we won. And through trade with our newfound allies, we prospered more than we ever did through pillaging and plundering. The Empire teeters on the brink of collapse. Ere long, provinces like Whirlit and Bosnia and many others will regain their freedom.
Thank you for the voice line to let me know how to say Bosnia. 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 Yeah, okay. Okay. Yes. Whirlit and Bosnia.
Our matchless fleet will lead the world in a new golden age of commerce. The tides favor us, and the ocean beckons with her vast bounty.
But still there.
We cling to the old ways. This great ship we call Limsa will trade the boundless seas for a lagoon. Shall we scorn the world's wealth for a plundered pittance then?
I knew she would have a great speech there.
Or shall we embrace change and thrive like our ancestors before us? The choice is yours. But if we are to prosper in the coming age, the whole of Vilbrand must become our ship, and a kobold and Tajigen our crewmates.
So well freaking phrased. They're not gonna listen, or at least their acting captain will not. I don't know about the others.
Thousand words. Might even be some truth in them. But pirating's all we've ever known. And we ain't about to give it up just because you say so.
She's your admiral. What are you implying? But she is your admiral.
Still, we're all the Mincins here and no one wants a war. So where does that leave us? Long before you became admiral, I heard you was captain of the League of Lost Bastards. That true?
The League of Lost Bastards.
If so, you'd know how we pirates settle our differences.
A duel. Very well. As Admiral of Limsa Laminsa, I accept your challenge.
I did not expect a pirate duel in the middle of this MSQ. Ooh. Well, we are going into summer, depending on where you live, of course, but... Going into summer then, huh? Let's sail with pirates for it. Didn't even need to go for Edward Kenway resynced. Merweb is just really freaking good though. But okay, he's the one that insisted on a duel. Or no. Because this has got to be a duel to the death right here. Hey. Merweb has still got to be sharp. Woo! 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 Oh! Merweb freaking bluff is Vin.
This ain't over. Not till one of us is dead. Finish the job, or I will.
Ah, that's the actual captain, isn't it? Nice. Wow! That was so freaking good. The actual captain?
It's the captain! Captain Ilfair.
Ye fool! 'Twas over afore it began.
Captain.
Seems the whelps have been yapping while their master was abed. Listen well, all of ye. Since the signing of the Galadian Accord, we all of us have been part of the same crew. The crew with a good ship Lemsa Laminsa.
And his voice, his Barry way of speaking is so freaking good. So good.
At the helm of that ship is the Admiral. And 'tis she who decides where we sail. Was I not clear on that point? Or did you forget whose deck you stand on? Nay? Then what in the seven hells are you playing at?
It's all we know, Captain. If we ain't pirates, what are we?
You're bloody idiots is what you are. Idiots with your own lives ahead of ye. Ye can do anything ye want. Be anything you want. We're pirates, aye. And we pirates love our loot. But that ain't our first love. Our first love is the sea. The sea! And what she brings us. Freedom!
Speaking of freedom...
So hold fast to that. Let the brine-crusted husk that stands before you now be the last of them as knew naught save out of steel. And make of yourselves a new breed of pirate!
Listen to your bloody captain, bloody executioners.
Lad, I made ye me right hand cause I saw something in ye. And I still do. You have the makings of a captain. All you lack's the belief. Well now, it seems we're of one mind after all. Apologies for the misunderstanding, Admiral. We're with ye, wherever ye be headed.
Nice, nice, nice.
You have my thanks, Hilfir.
Okay, yeah, maybe the acting captain wasn't the reason the captain was sick, maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
Your choice of dueling pistol did not escape my notice. Good old Annihilator. Ender of many a proud pirate's voyage.
Ugh. Annihilator.
Mistbeard's vanished into legend. And it won't be long before I take my rest in the depths. Yet be that as it may, the old ways can only truly die when we've dealt the Empire the telling blow. There'll be stormy seas ahead, no doubt. But I'm trusting ye to steer us through to the other side.
Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Such a different MSQ. I would almost think it's not MSQ in a way. Nah, it's good, it's good. Some good stuff here, some good cinema. There are times when one must stand one's ground, even if the cost of failure is beyond reckoning. The Admiral did just that, and I have nothing but respect for her. As she continues to steer her nation through this period of transition, I pray the Navigator will see fit to fill her sails. It's raining outside. Really good view here. When it's raining too. When the discussion gave way to a duel, I feared what might unfold. Yet only a fool would underestimate the Admiral, as Sicard soon discovered. While I don't condone what Sicard has been doing, I know how difficult he can be to change course. It took me long enough to join the Science, didn't it? Ah, yes, I guess it did. Like Mistbeard before him, Hilfer chose to trust the future of our nation to the Admiral. That was the moment, I believe, that the good ship Limsa Luminsa finally embarked upon her new course. Though I had anticipated a duel, I did not foresee that Hilfer would intervene. But full glad am I that he did. 'Twould have been a shame to kill the boy. Instead, the whelp has learned a valuable lesson, and we have made peace amongst ourselves. All that remains is to do likewise with our neighbors. Let's see. Well, just direct hit rate will do, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes I don't want to infuse materia because it's like, oh, I'll eventually stop using this gear, and that eventually may come sooner than I thought. Everything here is infused with materia. Well, not the accessories actually, but this is... yeah, this is level 70 accessories here. I'll change them some other time. Whoa, the great ship Vilbran. The great ship Vilbran. I love the sound of that. Now, I need hardly tell you, but any attempt to negotiate with the tribes is doomed to fail unless their minds can first be wrested from the grip of their gods. And so, in the meeting we seek to arrange with the kobolds, I would have you free their leader of Titan's influence. Oh, leave it to us. We will open his ears to reason. I mean, we're not sure if it's gonna work, because it may not work for some of them. Or are we sure? Well, I guess we're sure. Okay. You have my thanks. Ere we proceed, there is something you should know. Some 50 years passed, when the Sahagin swarmed at our halls in ever greater numbers. Limsa entered into a covenant with the kobolds. To men shall go the bounty of the sea, to kobolds shall go the bounty of the land. An ostensibly equitable arrangement, conspicuously lacking in detail. Aye, inadvertently or not, the wording was ambiguous, and we took advantage of it, moving in to claim the northern reaches of Lenosia, which the kobolds believed theirs. Bloodshed followed, then bloodshed to answer the bloodshed, and on it went, till every ilm of Bilbrand bore the stain of our conflict. This is not history, you understand, it is the present, fresh and raw, and with their kindred's blood yet on our hands, we will struggle to regain the kobolds' trust, even should we cure their temperament. Admiral, you speak of obstacles we are like to encounter at the meeting, but as things stand, I see no reason why the kobolds would agree to a meeting in the first place. And so we must provide a reason. I will restore the stolen crystals to them, and personally deliver the cargo along with my apologies. Bait, they would welcome us into their midst not to speak of peace, but to have you at their mercy. Aye, and given the wealth of crystals we will bring, I'll wager they will attempt to summon Titan there and then. Meaning a high priest would need to be present, to whom we could administer the cure. There's gonna be some fighting, but okay. Precisely. He is the fish I would catch. But he will not be alone. Nay, he will have guards on hand, and they would lay down their lives to protect him. Yet a single death on the Kobold side would jeopardize our chance at peace. And there my venture founders. Yet it need not. What if we were to employ the Conqueror's Chain? Though we would still have to weaken the Kobolds. It would allow us to subdue them without inflicting lasting harm. The artifact Mistbeer used to take goods and not life. Ah, that would serve. Well done, Marshal. I wonder who Mistbeer was. It was him, that's the implication. It's basically a Blackbeard became a more peaceful fellow, like a right hand of an admiral. He was heading in that direction, I think, or at least according to Black Flag he was. But he was killed before anything of that could happen, basically. So, friends, what think you of our strategy? The effects of tempering are cumulative, and we may safely assume that the High Priest's exposure to primal influence is extensive. It will therefore take a great deal of either to reverse its effects, not to mention time. Time during which Alice would be defenseless. Even should we all look to her protection, I am not convinced we could keep an entire army of kobolds at bay. Well, I'm happy to take that risk. It's not as if we have any other choice. Besides, it's what Tesleen would do. And had I not followed her example, we wouldn't even have a cure for tempering, much less a chance to bring peace to Bilbrand. Tesleen. So I'm going to cure that priest, or die trying. Very well. I believe in you, Alice. And I believe in you too. You and everyone. I know you'll keep me safe. It is settled then. See to your preparations and make for Camp Overlook. We will join you there anon. Okay. This is gonna be a tough single player instance, I imagine. Good thing I can heal, because we're gonna do it as Astro. I don't know if healing will play a part. Where was Camp Overlook again? Okay. We can teleport right to it. Let me hydrate here. Let me get my water again. Water bottle was a little bit further away than it should be. Because I haven't been hydrating that well so far. What else is new? Be under no misapprehension. The extent of the High Priest's tempering is like to far exceed that of Gabu. But then his was a relatively mild case. Milder indeed than the majority of those we wish to save. The coming mission will be a truer test of our treatment. I have no doubt that Alice will succeed with the cure, if we can but afford her the time. Yeah, because we're not doing them... It's just Angelo, right? We're not going to use one of those other summon Porksies. Alvin wasn't lying when he said I'd be defenseless, so I'm counting on you all to give me the time I need. Our sole purpose will be to keep you out of harm's way, so leave that to us, and focus on your own task. Indeed, and should you want for either, you need only say the word. Gabu! Did you follow us here? There's something important that I want to say to the High Priest. Express, state, say. Please let me come with you. Please. I'm sorry, but it's too dangerous. I need you to promise me that you'll stay here where it's safe, alright? Perhaps we do take Gabu with us. It may even help. My apologies for the wait. It took time, but we have secured our audience. All unfolded as expected. At the mention of my return in their crystals in person, the couple suddenly remember how keen they were to be reconciled. And so, in the glorious spirit of cooperation, we are to be received by Patriarch Sada of the Second Order, who awaits our pleasure in the navel. Yeah, the place to summon Titan. If you are ready, let us proceed to the Ugamaru mines at once. Gabu? Gabu is going to... Nah, Gabu is going to appear there at some point. They may... Yeah. But this is, it's going to be important for Endwalker. Changing the tempering. Putting an end to the primal threat for good, maybe. Especially with the fact that Zodiac and Hydling are primals and... there's a lot going on there. To the Ugamaru mines. Oh yeah, this is the area that gets to become like a jungle, like a prehistoric jungle in parts, right? Not Ugamaru mines, but the rest of it. And here, I still have the Kobold ARR quest somewhere there. Different with that Legion of Kobolds there. Ooh. What's with that special Fate music? Well, that's for another time. Certainly not the time for that right now. Hold on. Need to zoom in here. How do I even get there? Huh? Oh, yeah, wait. Yeah, I see. Labyrinth. There's a labyrinth in here. Calmness, I lost in the labyrinth. Peace and relief. My heart is so bluely crazy. I don't know how many bodies around me. They have been living till a while ago. Whoa, take your Amazons. Yeah, this place is familiar. It's been a while. There's nothing more to say. I'm going to do this for Gabu and Tisleen and anyone who's ever dreamed of a better future. Alice can be forgiven a certain amount of recklessness, but if she goes so far as to contemplate sacrificing herself, I will remind her how she responded when I thought to do the same. Not that we will let it come to that, of course. Ready when you are, my friend. Well said, Graha. Patriarch Sada. If the name sounds familiar, it is because he was the one who presided over the deaths of Gabu's parents. I tried to reach out to him that day, only for my pleas to fall upon deaf ears. But this day will be different. We will reach out together, all of us, and we will take peace in our grasp. This should be interesting. The Conqueror's chain stands ready, but weaken your foes, and you will see them subdued. This Ether Eye will bear us to our quarry. Should he make to summon Titan, as I anticipate, we will hold the ceremony and restrain him. At this, all hells will break loose, and we will have an army of kobolds to entertain till Alice's work is done. Just remember, none must die. We weaken them, and let Ainsar do the rest. That's gonna be tough. It is time. Stay the course, my friends. I spy calmer waters beyond this squall. Okay. The Gracia Vilbrand. I gotta bring the healing energy to this as well. That's important. Who would have thought we would see Titan yet again? How many iterations now? Because I think they'll summon part of Titan, maybe. Something will be at least partly successful. Yeah, this freaking area again. Wait, those are not Gabu's parents, are they? No.
Greetings, Patriarch. I am Merlwib Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Laminsa.
Blufisvin.
I come before you to offer my sincerest apologies for the many wrongs committed by my people against you and yours.
You were foolish to come here. Stupid, unwise, foolish. The Great Father shall have your souls for your folly.
That didn't take long. Right then.
Aye, just as we thought.
We have our own ritual to do as well. Though I wouldn't call it a ritual exactly. Right then.
Alice, quickly!
You don't need to tell me.
Here we go.
Let none pass. We must grant her as much time as we can.
Yes, Shiguzon. But we're not supposed to kill them. I think I fail if I kill them, or he won't let me. Oh wow, that sounds like a long time for that, Mist. Don't worry, we have plenty of drama going on here. Atarashi Dorama! Sada's tampering. Okay, there's the meter. Whoa, okay. The girl seeks to harm the Patriarch with vile magics. Kill her! Slaughter, slay, kill. I don't think so. But we have to check her health, right? Oh, we can kill the golems, though.
There!
I can keep healing. Khaiden, draw the golems to me. I'll deal with them all at once. Okay, take care of them. Take care of them. Wait, where is she? Okay. I don't know if I drew them right. I think I didn't. But nobody's attacking Alice, and that's more important. Okay, I'm rusty. I'm quite rusty as a... You're in my sights. Yes. The second order pigman is what I'm worried about. Did we just kill that person? Did we just kill a kobold? It felt like we did. I'm guessing we're not actually killing them. Yeah, the tempering hasn't even... The on-tempering hasn't even started yet. I thought we ended... I thought we killed those kobolds over there. There's one here. But no. Right, on to the next phase. On to the next phase. Time for the chain! Yeah, they got knocked out instead. So I can just operate as normal. Yes, it's ready! Go, Angelo! What sorcery is this? 75 on the tempering. It won't be that simple. Tempering is too severe. I can't finish the job. Graha, I think it's your turn to herb. So one person's either alone is not enough. Ah, we'll have to protect everybody here, I think.
Oh, just what we need.
What do we do to prevent that? Do I stand here or...
You're not alone.
Okay. Not sure if I get what is happening here. Oh, I should have begun... wow, I'm rusty. Hold on. Should have begun targeting them. I mean, we do have a lot of enemies, but it's not quite the army of kobolds we were expecting. Not so far, anyway. Oh, but that's gonna hurt Alice. No, it didn't. Never mind. We're good then. Right, astrologian buffs. How did I do them again? It's been a while. Right. I am way rustier than I thought. Shall I give everybody some aspected Helios again? Here's your hot, your heal over time. Away with you. Alfino, let us lend Alice our either.
Here you are, Alice.
Here it comes, Alice. Thanks, you two. I'll give it another try. Let's go, Ali. Bombs. We can't let them get near Alice. I should take care of those others. DPS check. And I am not a DPS. Which one is next? Which one is next? This one is next. Merweb is taking care of that one. Ugh, I am nearing my limit, says Alfina. Okay, spread out and hold them off. Yeah, we gotta do that.
More! I need more ether!
We got you, Ali. That grenade over there... Uh-oh. I think I messed up. Everybody's receiving quite some damage right there. I think if I tried to heal them, it's not actually gonna work as it should. Let me see. Oh, it did work. I need to heal them then. That bomb over there. I need to be more DPS than healer here. That's the thing.
Just a little more.
Merle whip. I gotcha. Okay. I can't blink. Blink and you miss something. No, I can't do anything. Something is... Leave this to me. Stand clear, all of you. Says the Grand Star Marshal. Let's go. This is tough so far. Are we gonna see Titan in any way, I wonder? Of all the reckless things. Alice, now's your chance. Oh my god. I'm the only one really standing here. Alright. Please let this work. Says Alice. Ah, my head. The pain. Almost there. Khaiden, please lend me your either too. Let's go. I gotcha. Come on. Ethereal depletion. What do we do now, though? This is the problem. Hey, you're dead now, girl. Finished. Done. For dead. No, you don't. Ah, Merlweb. No, Admiral, it's too dangerous. Oh, please don't kill Merlweb. Are you kidding me? I made my decision before I came here. No matter what it costs me, Limstad will have peace. They're not actually gonna kill Merlweb, are they? Oh my god. Dude, no. Slay the last one. Exterminate, destroy, slay. I don't think so. If it were for me, I'd give you what you're looking for, but... we gotta undo your tempering as well, right? Ooh. Let's just do Essential Dignity. I'm barely doing damage. We may need to move here. Keep taking that magic. Keep taking that maleficent magic. Oh, and combust from the inside then for all your troubles. Yeah, imagine having to shake off that Astrologian Rust as well. There's a lot I'm not doing that I guess I should be doing. I don't remember what some of these things do, but let's do them anyway. Like, there's some extra practice we need to do off stream or something. I keep saying that for Monk, but Astro could use it too. Right, Essential Dignity. Essential Dignity, just to be on the safe side. Essential Dignity is an insta-heal, in case you don't know what I mean. Tajigen. Ah. Wow. Yeah, I need to heal more, actually. I think a heal over time will be quite helpful, and you need to get a damage over time effect there. Hot and dot, hot and dot, hot and dot. Hot dots, hot dots. Almost sounds like I'm saying hot dog. Now I'm craving a hot dog, kind of. Still the Shadowbringers fight music, though. It is great to hear it. Okay, mechanics. Let's pay attention to them. That's gonna hurt. Okay, I thought that was gonna hit me. Can't blame me for panicking with how close this one can be. To have to repeat the whole thing from the start, I'd rather avoid that. Let's not do that. Not with you, Rock Splitter. We didn't kill it, right? Khaiden, a little more ether. Just a little more, and I can finish this. No Titan here, but it was a fight equal in difficulty to Titan. Thank you. It will work this time, I promise. I think it will. Wow. I think it will, though. Yes. Getting into a cutscene like this.
Here I go.
Let's go. Let's go, Angelo. Let's go, Alice. This is transcendental. This is a huge paradigm shift. Go, Angelo. Come on. Yeah, we need Gabu to also speak with them. Because the other kobolds need to see what's about to happen here.
Work? What?
Patriarch, welcome back. The actual Patriarch. But the thing is...
what is the meaning of this?
He doesn't even remember any of that time while being tempered.
I'm sorry, but they died by your hand. You sacrificed them to summon Titan.
Can he really be blaming he wasn't himself, though? Because he wasn't himself.
No. Why would I do such a thing?
I don't think he can be held responsible. Nah. What do the rest of the kobolds think?
Would that there were a cure for the victims of the Tempered.
Gabu! It's gonna be Gabu, isn't it? Gabu, Gabu, Gabu. Yes, you gotta talk to them.
What are you doing here?
Gabu, I should say. Gabu sounds like I'm saying the word in Japanese, I think, which can mean bite, right? Gabu.
Patriarch, please listen to me. Hear, heed, listen.
Yes, talk to him.
The Great Father we have been summoning is false. He only hurts us and those we love. For a long time, his voice filled my mind. It told me to do terrible things. Awful, unspeakable, terrible things. But I didn't give in to it. And you mustn't either. There's been too much pain already. So please, end the suffering.
Is he remembering? Is he actually remembering?
What have I done?
We share this child's desire, Patriarch. An end to summoning, for it spells naught but misery for both our peoples.
This is definitely the right direction for the story.
For many long years, man and kobold have feuded over territory, pillaging and perishing for the earth beneath our feet. It may be said that we fought to survive, but what we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on. I would see us set aside the past and work together for peace.
It was wrong of me to hurt my own in the name of the Great Father. Sinful, evil, wrong. But that doesn't mean there can be peace between us. Men cannot be trusted. The bounty of the land was to be ours, and yours the bounty of the sea. But you broke the pact. Violated, breached, broke. Unready as we were, what choice had we but to call upon the divine to rid ourselves of your tyranny?
Okay, there is some responsibility there.
None, and I do not blame you for it.
Back then, they didn't know I would do that to their minds, to be fair.
In violation of the spirit, if not the letter of the pact, we took your lands for our own. The fault lies wholly with us. On behalf of all Laminsons, I offer you my humblest apology. I pray you'll find it in your heart to accept it. Yet I know an apology alone will not serve to make things right. So, we will revise the pact to leave no room for doubt. And any who violate it shall face justice, swift and certain.
No, we won't be fooled. Not again.
I don't blame him for that.
Please, hear me to the end. Fleeting though it was, there was a time when man and kobold abided together in harmony, in cooperation. In those days, your people shared the secrets of smelting. Knowledge which allowed Limsa Laminsa to thrive. Much of what we have, we owe to the kobolds. And so, for the good of all who dwell on this isle, I wish to make you an offer. We will bear your people's wares to every corner of the world, and trade them in your stead.
That sounds so sussy if I were in his position. Like, oh, we're gonna give you our goods and we trust that you sell them? How does that sound good?
We will bring you the bounty, not only of the sea, but lands both near and far. Whatever you desire, the navigator as my witness, you shall have it.
It sounds like it could easily go awry. Like, oh, now you're gonna steal from us too, directly. You could fool us.
There will be no more man and beastman. Just the crew of the great ship that is Vilbrand. And together, we will share in the wealth of the world. If you'll only accept our hand in friendship.
She's proposing a trade agreement. It wasn't quite phrased like that. Like, the way she phrased it is like, okay, you will give us your goods first, and then you'll have to wait a while for us to sell them, and only after that, we'll give you what we got as payment for that. Not that they're gonna pay for them immediately. With wares from all around the world, right? That's why it sounded like, wait, okay, we just have to trust that you'll sell them, and only then will we see the gains from that? Huh?
We want to believe you. We truly do. But we believed you before and you betrayed us. Fooled, deceived, betrayed us.
There are bad men, it's true. But there are also good ones. And the ones before you are the best of them. They were always kind to me. Caring, nice, kind, and I trust them with my life.
I feel the FF14 ARR. Hold on.
I was a pirate. I stole. I fought. I stained the sea red with blood. Such is my past, and I dare not forget it, however much I might want to.
I wonder if there is a tie-in to the ally societies, the beast tribes, in ARR. Because kobolds are one. Just, it's another specific order, other things going on with them, but still.
That is death penalty. The pistol I used to pass judgment on my own sire when he fell thrall to Leviathan and betrayed his comrades.
I didn't remember Merlwy had a connection with that to the Leviathan incident. I didn't remember at all.
If you were to point it at my head and pull the trigger, I would most assuredly die. Though it isn't much, my life is the single most valuable thing I possess. If it will suffice to atone for past wrongs, take it.
Thank you for the lurk from the shadows, Mist. It was before ARR happened. Yeah, just wondering if the Ally Society quests that go on there also have something to do somehow. I'm guessing it'll work like this. The kobolds give over the goods and the Luminsons put in a deposit, and then they sell and trade the kobolds' wares in faraway lands, and then they split the profits upon returns. Yeah, there's gotta be something for the kobolds right off the bat. So yeah, that's good reasoning, I think.
A single bullet to annul the old pact, and my blood to write it anew. What comes after, I entrust to this man, my second in command. I know that he will do his utmost for the happiness of all who call Vilbrand home.
I don't think they're actually gonna kill her off, but also... Well, Chief, do you want to actually kill someone while you're not tempered? I don't think he does. That's the whole point. Whoa. Merweb is ready to die right there, right then. Dude, this MSQ, this MSQ. I don't think she got shot right there. Or she did, but not in the head, in the leg or something. Get shot in the knee. Become more of a pirate and get a wooden leg now. I don't know. Man.
I do not trust you. Not yet. But Gabu does. And I will trust him.
Gabu. I knew he would play a key part in the stuff here, in the negotiations here. Freaking Gabu.
We want you to know that we respect your faith. There's nothing wrong with giving thanks to the land which sustains you. But summoning is different. Should you hear of anyone who would attempt it, we ask that you appeal to their better judgment, or failing that, seek our aid. We're always ready to help.
Many and more of my brethren are yet enthralled to the Great Father, just as I was. If you could free them too, I would be grateful. Appreciative, thankful, grateful.
Let's go, Gabu.
Tis we who should be grateful, Patriarch. I thank you for affording us this chance.
Yeah. It's worth looking back at the Leviathan thing as well. Because I figured into it too. Ah, what a mess, what a mess. But rather, we're cleaning up messes as well. You just call a lot of things a mess, but things do get messy. And that just made the mod earlier. And the lava, and the rainbow lava, rainbow magma, that was so much fun. I'm so glad we could sway the Patriarch. Convince, persuade, sway. Thank you for making it possible. Thank you. A treatment may have restored the Patriarch to his senses, but it was the Admiral and Gabu's words that touched his heart. This moment belongs to all of us, Khaiden. We couldn't have done it without each other. It has taken a long time, but the dream of a lasting peace with the kobolds may soon become a reality, and it is all thanks to Alice. In two separate worlds, the seeds were sown, and through the determination of two indomitable women, they have quickened into this historic moment. I feel honored to have been present to see it. The Admiral seems hell-bent on worrying me to death, but I suppose the ends justify the means. Well fought, my friend. Well fought. To seem we have found a way forward with the kobolds. Next, we will help the Second Order to free their temper of brethren from thraldom. Theirs is far from the only order, of course, and it will take no small amount of time and effort to reach the rest. But reach them we will, however long it takes. I would say that I was in your debt, but that has long been true. So instead I will say thank you for helping us to plot a new course not only for Limsa Lominsa, but all of Eorzea. Don't talk just to me though, this applies to all of them as well. Let's talk to Alfino then. Ah yes, we're at the final quest, the eponymous Futures Rewritten. We are indeed rewriting futures. Already.
Right. Let's return to the Rising Stones.
I'm sure there's nothing but good news about the Empire and all that. Here we go.
Admiral, something strange is afoot at the floating city.
What is the floating city?
Breathe, man. What is it?
I think it's best you see for yourself. Please, come with me.
Show us a floating city. Well, here we go. No rest for the righteous. Come on. What? 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 What?
What in the world is that?
It's not gonna be related to Leviathan, is it? What is that? It's Van Daniel. It's this looks Asian.
Tower.
This looks Asian.
You can see it too, then? I feared I was losing my wits. One moment I was patrolling as usual, and the next it was just there.
Yeah, this music. This looks very Asian. What the hell is that about?
Yes? This is she. I am. I'm looking at it. What? Understood. Send the Elder Seedseer my regards.
The
communications officer. It seems this isn't the only tower. They've sprung up all across Eorzea.
This is Asian stuff. That's very sudden and very OP.
Nothing more is known. Only that they appear to be of Garlean construction. Our allies on the Alamegan front are on highest alert.
Does it look Garlean?
Forgive my directness, but would you join them? They may well need the help.
Of course, Admiral. We shall make all haste.
Xenos might be involved in this.
I will return to Limsa to weigh our response.
Good thing we solved that other situation before this even started.
Hexed when you arrive in Alamigo, and may the navigator speed you on your way.
Yeah. Back to Alamigo as well. My goodness. Bum, bum, bum. What is the instrument used with that? Those are some nice strings on that. Dung, dung, dung. It works so well. I'm still surprised that apparently, you told me in the chat, Tajigen, I think it was last stream or a few streams ago, that the song is around since ARR. It felt like it was introduced with Shadowbringers. Maybe it wasn't used as much. Don't worry, Lieutenant Tajigen. I'll keep watch over the tower. Your place is in Alamigo. Alright. Hold on. I leave it to you, officer. Oh, yes. I love that they do refer to you as your rank. And you can change your grand company. Just, you start over from scratch when you go to the other ones. But I think when you switch back, you're back at the rank you had. Still need to get to a certain one to get certain gear that look nice. But that, like, guiding of NPCs you gotta do gets very difficult. Gabu? Don't worry, he's with our Maelstrom friends, meaning we're free to deal with the latest problem to fall uninvited into our labs. It appears to be business as usual inside the city, but at least we'll be able to tell us if there have been any developments without. Though it is invisible from here, the locals report that a tower-like structure has appeared to the south.
Thank you for coming so soon. I'll send for Commander Aldin at once, and we can decide what to do about these infernal towers.
Yeah, Rob. Oh. What? I don't think we have time to wait and decide. What the heck is that? Yeah. Asian stuff.
It can't be.
Is Shinryu? I can't recognize what it is. It's not Shinryu, is it?
The palace! After them!
What? Damn. Freaking action that just happened already. Yeah, I was gonna say Roban. Yeah. Was gonna appear in some way or another. Wait, this is where we had the final confrontation with Xenos, which wasn't so final. It's only fitting. It is Shinryu, right? I can't tell what it is otherwise. I can't tell. Yeah. It's gotta be Fan Daniel. What's up?
Well, to be received by such an illustrious cast. Why, even the hero of the piece is here. I feel quite starstruck.
You have been starstruck. Is your favorite superstar maniac the multidimensional Tajigen Khaiden ascending star cluster star system in human-ish form, in Viera-ish form? Many cosmic minds combine into that form as well. Let's meet.
A sigh.
His body more like. You don't fool us.
Oh, you saw straight through it. Anyone would think you dealt with Asians before.
It's like, we dealt with the reasonable Asians up to this point, right? Now that the reasonable ones are out of the way, the ruling council of 14 or whatever it was, I forget the name. Now the bad kind of Asians, the truly bad apples in there, are gonna be free to do what they will. And this is worse, in a way.
Permit me to introduce myself. I am Fan Daniel, and may I say what a pleasure it is to finally make your acquaintance.
The towers. What are they for?
My, straight to business is it? Suit yourself. It is my intention to recreate the final days, to which end I have distributed a collection of rather ingenious devices, or towers, which will, in time, give rise to the grandest of spectacles.
Ah, a spectacle. Let me introduce you to the most batshit crazy Asian you will ever meet. I see.
The final days? But it was the Asians who labored to prevent them.
I told you, the unreasonable kind of Asian now. He doesn't care.
You're quite right. Though I would expect no less from one responsible for eliminating my unsundered colleagues.
Yeah, like he was being held back all this time. Oh, no.
Three of them were obsessed with restoring the one true world. As a sovereign individual, however, I never had much interest in such things. I mean, why bother when you're just another sundered minion? Admittedly, Elidibus was not convinced by that argument, but thanks to you, I'm finally free of his incessant nagging.
Yeah. Okay, this makes sense for the story so well. I like it.
My powers as I see fit, to fulfill my heart's desire.
We ended up with a fanboy of destruction, whose name is Daniel.
And my heart's desire is to lay this half-broken world to waste, leaving nary a fleck of dust behind.
Out of all people to partner with Xenos.
What? Why would you want such a thing?
Some people want to see the world burn. That's all they want. Unreasonable was really even a start to describe his pure insanity. I think I'm gonna like him. Not as much as Xenos, maybe, or maybe more than Xenos. Okay, this will be.
Wretched creatures who ask such meaningless questions to die.
Oh.
And you. I want you all to die. And I want to die too. Oh, yes. I want to die and take everyone with me in a paroxysm of pain and suffering.
I can't dislike him if he's gonna say it like this, though.
Different, you see. From the ancients who clung to dear life, and from you.
He's different, is he? I see. He is such a chunibyo.
So don't bother trying to reason with me. You will find I have no reason, or creed, or any such tripe.
Anyway, it takes one to know one. It takes one to know one.
I just want to destroy the world. But please do resist with all your might. It will add to my enjoyment.
I don't know, I mean, something kind of refreshing because we haven't had somebody as straightforward as this in a while, or maybe ever. Xenos is the closest. He doesn't want to destroy the world. It's just if it gets destroyed while he seeks a good fight, I mean, well, it happens. It happens. Most people hate this guy though, but no, I look at the way he phrased it. He is a Joker.
Now then, ladies,
a Joker figure, I mean.
Gentlemen,
like the Joker.
Keep your eyes peeled, for the curtains have risen on the spectacle to end all spectacles.
That's why, you know, want to see the world burn and all that.
We, the Telophoroi, shall be your performers, and this very star our stage.
I'll match your theatricality and your mania. Come on. Come on! Wait, though. It is Shinryu then, right? All messed up and modified in all sorts of ways. Dude! What the hell happens now? Okay, I thought they were gonna destroy the whole damn... What do we do against that, though? Dude. That's a heavy blow we just took. As long as he says his battle against Warrior Life Fetish, he doesn't give a damn about the consequences. Yeah. So the two being partnered like this, it's no good. Fan Daniel wouldn't want to kill me for that reason. Everybody else, well, it doesn't matter.
But I nearly forgot. I have a message for you.
Yeah.
My esteemed patron, Lord Xenos, eagerly awaits you at the heart of the chaos.
Oh, we failed the mechanic? Ah, that's okay. Not the first time that's happened. Xenos!
Only to destroy the world, he exists solely to relive a certain, transcendent moment with you. And it is for that reason he would reduce all to ash.
I told you, Xenos was a wild card that eventually you don't want to leave unchecked for too long, and now there's another wilder still card. I can see them killing each other at the end of things, or causing each other's deaths or something. At the end of Endwalker, I assuming it's gonna be.
Pray that his dreams do not go unfulfilled. For if you should disappoint him, trusty companion here, whom I've dubbed Lunar Bahamut.
It was Bahamut.
Will burn your cities and everyone in them.
You're gonna do that anyway. You're gonna burn everything anyway. Why should I listen? So it was Bahamut. Okay. Feels a bit too small for Bahamut, but it's not the original. Lunar Bahamut, is it?
Everyone out. My men will tend to the blaze.
Those are some lovely flames, by the way. Okay, I like Fandaniel now. But maniacs attract other maniacs, don't they? Alright. He's such a chunibyo, though. I'm so different, I want to destroy everything, and yes, I will die in this paroxysm of pain and suffering. I love him. Way too much. Yes. Now scouts report that the assassin and his dragon have left Girabania. It seems this was purely a social visit. Well, I do feel rude now. He was nice enough to introduce himself and have pleasantries, and I went straight to the point. Sometimes I do that, but this time I should have matched the theatricality. Come on. Give me the option, Yoshi P. What part could these towers feasibly play in the Telophorod's plans, do you think? Was it Telophorai? Telophorai, I think they said. I, for one, am at a loss. For now, we should bear word of these developments to the others. I only hope Thancred and Urian J are safe. And somewhere Estinian is out there too. Are you alright, Khaiden? The rest of us are fine, if a little cinched. That dragon let us off lightly. Honestly though, only a madman would choose the name Lunar Bahamut, which just about sums up Fandaniel, I suppose. Lunar Bahamut. Isn't Bahamut already off the moon in some way because of the Dalamud thing? But anyway, though our objectives were different, I could understand why Elidibus and his fellows acted as they did. But Fandaniel... It will take me some time to make sense of it all, if indeed there is any sense to be found. A wild card like that is always fun to have. Kamen Rider Oja and Kamen Rider Ryuki, Asakura Takeshi. Yeah. Thank goodness everyone's safe. We managed to put out the fire, though not quickly enough to save the garden. Roban, can I leave it to you to send word to the Alliance? I'm going to take a unit and investigate the tower. We need to find out what it's for. We'll go with you. No, you won't. You'll rest. From what Merlwhip tells me, you're due some time of duty. Should we learn anything about the tower, we'll be sure to share it with you. Until then, I want you to rest. Very well. But if you need our help, don't hesitate. And take care, both of you. I don't know, I already am curious about what Fandaniel's ultimate fate is gonna be. He's gotta be the main villain of Endwalker along with Xeno somehow. Or something kinda like that. So you really did it. You found a cure for tampering. Oh, it makes me want to do something heroic right now. Speaking of which, I better get ready and set out for the tower. There's the old list I remember. If an assassin is on the prowl, it will not be long before we call on you and yours again. Rest now, while you still can. The only one we haven't seen is Canny Senna now. Well, also Pippin and the Sultana, to be fair. Back to the Rising Stones. Now, you know, the Alliance leaders is what I mean. This truly is coming back home. And of course, a true return home means we're gonna see trouble afoot. Like this. Not that the pirate stuff is something to ignore, the stuff with the kobolds either, but it was the minor stuff that was set up, the calm before the storm, and here's the storm. Not a storm of blood, but, well, blood will be shed at some point. Though my new, or rather old, by which I mean young, though this body has a good deal more stamina than the one I wore out in the first, I confess I've been looking forward to a moment's respite. We've had a busy few days, have we not? Y'shtola returned just before us, and it seems she knows about the towers too. Ah, how good it feels to come home to the Rising Stones. It's here my heart feels most at peace, and my mind the clearest. It would seem you have had quite an eventful time in my absence, but I am fully rested now and ready for more. Welcome back, Khaiden. Make yourself comfortable, and let me know if I can get you anything. In a moment, Tataru, in a moment. Ah, you're back too. Good. We'll receive the reports from the Alliance. Since we are all here, perhaps those who bore witness to the events in Alamigu could treat the rest of us to a first-hand account? Van Daniel. Yeah, because Xenos was enough of a wild card, right? If he's a Joker figure in this deck of cards, or in this Gotham City, if Xenos is a Joker, then Van Daniel is a Jokerer. A Jokerer Joker, I think. No sooner do we overcome one problem than another appears. It would all seem tediously predictable before the endless variety of our foes. This Van Daniel sounds even more unhinged than his patron. Unhinged perhaps, but no fool. For all his pantomime theatrics, he gave away little about his plot. We know only that he intends to recreate the final days, and that the towers will somehow facilitate this. He also called his dragon Lunar Bahamut. Let's not forget that little detail. Yeah, he doesn't even want a calamity, he just wants everything to be destroyed, right? That is different. And the creature certainly did resemble the Elder Primal. That may be, but the fact that it answered to Van Daniel would suggest they are not one and the same entity. I think it more probable that it is some manner of simulacrum born of Asian magics. Whatever it is, for now we can but work closely with the Alliance and remain vigilant. I believe that concludes our news. What of yours, Y'shtola? I have been to see the Sultana. Knowing how quick the immortal flames are to dispose of their temper, I judged it best to provide them with the cure first. As soon as I had sufficiently recovered, I traveled to Alda and delivered the porches to her grace, along with detailed instructions on their use. Oh, that's such a cute scene we saw there, though. Nice. Yet my visit chanced to coincide with the arrival of some troubling tidings. As usual, the immortal flames had been on the cusp of agreeing to a truce with the Amalja, when negotiations abruptly collapsed. The Amalja claimed that a number of their kind had been adopted, and that men are responsible. Naught is known of the perpetrators as yet, but as the immortal flames went about investigating the abductions, they came upon one of Van Daniel's towers. May have something to do with what Van Daniel did, somehow. On the subject of the towers, you may be interested to learn that they are not an exclusively Eorzean phenomenon. According to the Alliance, they have been sighted as far afield as Yangtze. I wouldn't even be surprised if somehow they're there in the first. Probably not, but... You destroy the world, that also means the worlds. Destroy the source? Actually, if the source gets destroyed, does it destroy the others by ripple effect? I don't think it works like that, but it is still the source. In some way, I don't know. Then it would seem reasonable to assume that they are everywhere. We simply have not found them. Well, as you said yourself, we can do little for now save remain vigilant. And since we are dealing with a dragon, ostensibly at least, I believe it would behoove us to enlist the aid of an authority on such foes. Wait, Estinian! Yes, he was gonna come in at some point. Estinian? Now just a moment. If he could be persuaded to lend us his lance, I would be the first to welcome it. But the truth is, we will struggle even to find him. Hey, you let me and cry, I'll worry about that. We'll sniff him out, no matter where he's hiding. If indeed he is hiding, we have ways of locating him regardless. So if there are no objections, we shall depart at once. I leave it to them. Their capable hands. Their hands that are always so busy. Well, rather than sitting around, I think I might go to each of the city-states and educate them in the use of their porxies. Of the porxies. They will doubtless appreciate it, but might you consider taking a moment to rest before leaving? You would be fresher for the tasks ahead. Yeah, we still came here to rest in the first place. Even if just for a moment. Well, my friend, our moment of triumph did not last long. Par for the course, Graha. I like the first two choices here. Yeah, okay. Oh dear. Are you not enjoying our adventure? Come now, I didn't say that. While it may not be the most carefree experience, there is nothing in this world I would rather do than write a new future with you. A long future, mind. Whatever the Telofori might hope. We'll stop them, won't we? Together. Absolutely, Graha freaking Tia. Graha Gigachat Tia. Who still needs to like have a harem and yeah. Futures rewritten indeed. Futures indeed got rewritten. Both in good and bad ways. Let's see, I'm expecting a cutscene. Yeah, meanwhile somewhere in the locks. Okay. The locks. That seems so OP to be able to spawn the towers so quickly out of nowhere like that. The Asians could have done it, but they had no reason to do such a thing, I think. The other Asians, I mean.
The scouts should have been back by now. I'm gonna go and find them.
Careful, Liz. Careful, Liz. Wait, are they tempered after that? This is gonna be...
Thank goodness for that.
This is gonna be Zodiac related, isn't it? If Zodiac is a primal, somebody can get tempered. Can we still free him though? We may not even be able to because it's different than the usual tempering. It's gonna be Zodiac, isn't it? Careful, Liz. Careful, Liz.
Glory be to Garlemald!
To Garlemald? There's tempering of some sort going on there. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Let's see what's going on in the Imperial freaking Palace. What's up, my dear friend? My good friend. I love his armor here. Was it always that color?
The piles have been driven as planned, and the first of the beasts has roared to life. Moreover, I am pleased to report that preparations are well underway for the rest. Ere long, chaos shall reign over all the land, as befits the final days.
He doesn't care about that.
Call it what you will, so long as my friend returns to me, fangs bared and claws sharpened. I care not.
Yeah.
Of course. By strange coincidence, your dear friend chanced to be present when I made my declaration.
He's so extra, Van Daniel. I thought I was extra. He's a bit much. And I don't mean in the way that, oh, he's too insane for me. Like, more in like, you're applying too much gusto to this. You know, hold on. The theatricality, sometimes less is more too. By being overly theatrical, you're being less theatrical, my friend. Van Daniel, we need to have a conversation, you and I. A proper one.
I took the liberty of informing her that you await her coming. Though I confess, I may have singed her a little in the process.
And why do you tell me this? Are you in such a hurry to die?
Why, you think he really hurt me?
My apologies. I must guard my tongue lest it be the end of me. Though, there is something to be said for such a glorious death. Better to fall to one who has it all than falter before an inferior. Huh. I shall keep it in mind as a contingency.
What do you consider an inferior, though?
I shall proceed with the plan. My lord.
Freaking Xenos, freaking yay, freaking Galvus.
I must find myself a new weapon. One worthy of our long-awaited reunion.
Yes, we waited too long, Xenos. Come on. He is such a Final Fantasy villain, though. Oh, what was that sword again from? It was important. I already forgot what the importance was, but it had great importance. Like, what was it from originally, specifically? Pen and sword. Nice achievement. Pen and sword, huh? Sounds like Kamen Rider Saber. Almighty. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Almighty. 信じた方へ動かせるさ未来未来 One could go further with that song like that. Alright. We're not gonna do Make It Rain. We'll end it right here with what we aim to do in FF14. I think that's a good stopping point right there. I'll see if I may make it rain off stream or something. We found out too late, so we're not doing the usual alluring collab like we do with all the events apparently. So, like he also found out late about that. I don't remember if they always did this with that campaign. I never paid much attention to it, but there's a lot I don't pay attention to. I like to think I'll pay more attention to it when that fateful day in which I'm caught up with the game finally comes, but I don't know. I can easily be out of the loop on things. I guess it depends, right? Like Minecraft, I returned to it recently and I'm like, man, the updates that have happened. The last one I was aware was the copper update, being able to have copper weapons and armor and all that. And they just dropped a new one that I don't even know what it is exactly that they do with that, but it's interesting, at least. Here's more interesting stuff, though. Let's talk about it tomorrow. Live Alive, the Twilight of Edo Japan chapter. More darkness, more purple, more violet vibes in that different way right here. That's the way it's gonna go with that, so yeah, look forward to that. Hopefully we don't have some drunk internet coon splitting the VOD terribly. I hate it, man. That's the downside of streaming and restream, because on the YouTube side of things, at least, I don't know if the VOD guys play here on Twitch as well. I think it did. But on the YouTube side of things, even if it's gone for that long, if I were only streaming there directly, it would be an entirely different story. Overall, though, the pros beat the cons with restream. And that's still not something that happens often enough, but way more often than I would like it to. Way more often. But look forward to that peak storytelling tomorrow. We're gonna try to do a pacifist run, because there's like a pacifist, genocide, kill a few kind of run situation going on there. And because it's my first time playing it, I'm not sure how it's gonna work. I'm gonna have to try and avoid killing anybody. There's like enemies that are not humans that you can kill or something, I think. And then the Joker crack is back on Sunday. That's why I have a Joker car myself there for Balatro. Look forward to the addiction there. A short and sweet streaming will be, most likely. Much like yesterday with Sonic Adventure 2, but we'll have to see how much we're able to do at that time. Which should be interesting in that way too. But alright. Alright. Let us raid someone on the Twitch side of things, shall we? Let me set up the raid right here. It's been a wonderful day also with raids of our own. Thank you so much, Tajigen, whether you came in through the raid or not. Another fantastic Final Fantasy Friday. Yes. expect next Final Fantasy Friday to deal with the Eden raids, among other things. That's what we're gonna do. I don't have a raid target yet, though, do I? I don't think I do. Oh, actually, I think I got someone right here. Or do I? Do I? Oh yeah, yesterday was funny. We did end up raiding Grave right as he was finishing, but in a way that worked out, I think. It's in a way that was able to work just fine. Because it's like, I'm just giving you more people for your raid. It works that way too. It works that way. As long as we were able to do it like before. Like what I was worried about, what I'm always worried about when I raid someone who's about to end is like, they already are ending it. Like we land at the moment they already did the raid, or at the moment they're doing it and they don't even see the raid, or they see it and they're like, oh no! But like, yeah. That sort of thing could be like that. But let me see. Actually, do I have a raid target? Let me double check this. Ah, damn it, my page is not loading properly. My Twitch following page. Where the blazes are you? I feel like I don't have as many raid targets as I used to have. But yeah. Or yeah, I think a few of them didn't load. Okay, yes. Okay. Alright. I'm not sure if we had raided Sajori before, but she's somebody I've been intending to raid at least once, and right now she's doing the first day of VTubers SummerSlam. Oh, VTubers SummerSlam is happening again. See, I'm out of the loop. I didn't even know that was a thing again. But let's raid her. Let's raid her. It's time for some swimsuit action, I think. And I'm gonna leave it with her for that. Actually, yeah, she has a lot of incentives, so they're definitely worth looking at. So yeah. Let's Pokemon randomize her stuff. Do take a look at her and drop that raid support right there. That's for the Twitch side of things though. Whether you're watching on the YouTube or Twitch side, thank you so much, Tajigen. I'll see you tomorrow for Live Alive. Peak storytelling is what it is. I'll see you around, Tajigen. Another fantastic Final Fantasy Friday concluded. お疲れ様でした。